Armbot, hoping that nobody's watching for it.
Halo semuanya, balik lagi bersama gua Isna Narzini Ridwan. Jadi kita lanjut match yang kedua antara Team Secret menghadapi siapa nih yang bakal jadi pemenang di match yang kedua di VCT Pacific kali ini, guys. Buat prediksi kalian yang udah gua tulis ya, kayaknya seru nih, guys. Kita lihat pemain Indo Excurate kayak apa nih.
Might be able to get a plants.
Yeah. Okay, Stash is gonna stick the plan. As his teammates drop one by one, he will just secure the extra 300 creds for everyone on the side of T1.
Yeah, feels pretty good.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, that was a good track.
Yeah. It is the 2-0 to Team Secret, but I mean, some positives in there for T1. Not half bad.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret, again, everybody bought up, so you did some damage. It's just the Marshall, and Jeremy is racking up a couple points here, especially with the spam down. I mean, gets all three, puts him very close. Yeah, to his ultimate, wants to make sure they upgrade to the Spectre from the Marshall, and they'll even pick up a rifle. Jesse Vash gonna buy it over for Jeremy.
Very interesting. I mean, we did talk about how this guy individually can be crazy, but trying to make a play here for a bonus, they're going to stop them in their tracks at A, and, well, I say it, and Jeremy immediately does lose the duel. Excure just going to take his head off.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Not quite sure if they actually heard the slide or not, because he just got stunned right as he activated it to try to get close, but either way, T1, they're not backing away from the A main fight, which I think is important, because the Neon changes the tempo on how fast the defenders can overtake A main and then also continue to shove you out of it, especially when paired with the breach, right? You've got the fault line. You could even save the relay bolt for after, then you could put up the omen smoke. I mean, it just doesn't stop. So we see Izza trying to shake up the defense a bit, and Wild Oreo will get spotted as well, so he's going to have to back up. And that'll slow things down. Still 40 seconds. I don't think T1's going to mind too much. They're playing this cautiously as it is their bye round.
We'll see how this does go. Very slow and carefully over towards C. Big stack from Team Secret over on A. And now they're just running on in. 30 seconds. And some utility to get in onto the site. Smoke into the back. And that will be Saya player to open it up and say, well, there's nobody here. Just get that plant down early, nice and safe.
Yeah, full util for Envy's breach. See what T1 has prepared in their post-plant position. So far, the spacing quite good. You know, you can't possibly get everybody off of these fault lines. Excure's going to get ahead of that fault line, trying to hold close. Get some damage down. It's easy. Picks up two, and Saya for a third. Only Jesse Vash remaining, and they have an inkling.
Yeah, here in Garage, he does get that headshot onto Izza. It's a very small chance for him, and Saya player will headshot him down for his second kill. So T1 deny the bonus, and they get on the board. Nice little play to take out Jeremy early and then rotate over to C.
Yeah, the Econ a little bit shaken here. Curious to see if we see Jeremy buy up for Jesse, return the favor a little bit, and then just activate that ultimate. Oh, that's how he got the second kill. The high-low timing not quite right there and on beat for Team Secret's retake. So Killjoy gonna set up, trying to watch for both B and Garage. That way you don't have to spend too much time staring down that path as Neon looking to push forward once again.
See that recon bolt sent forward. Funny angle into A main, and it's not T1 to stick around there. They are actually looking to pressure into Garage. Smoke comes in, Wild Oreo says, well, it looks like they're here. Alarm bot comes in, bit of spam. Wild Oreo getting a bit chipped away at.
Yeah, no way to fully regain control of that, though. The Silva's on the other side, just holding on to A main. So Secret will have to find a different answer to re-clear. That's going to be a 3-man investment on the minimap over by Garage to re-clear it. Now they get the information, so they can start to shift their weight. Jeremy starting to put his back closer to the A site to provide backup, since you still have the turret out on B.
Shot goes down. Jesse Vass, drone as well, sees one. And that is going to trigger a couple of members or at least one, to come on over and the smoke.
Yeah, you have relay both and the fault line as well. T1 could get stopped.
We'll see if it does happen. Saya player, though, is in onto the site. Jesse in the smoke still, and he is going to poke out, take out Izza. Gives a chance to hold on to this one. Still
sambil nunggu maghrib.
Hanging out in there, and Envy does take out a couple on the back of the site, and now Saya, trying to push in a Wild Oreo, but he's going to take down X-Curate, and that is the retake here over to the side of Team Secret.
Yeah, I mean, the hold inside the smoke again from Jesse Bash, that really breaks things apart and causes a bit of a chasm on T1's plans. Sure, they get ahead with their own fault line and catch Jeremy right at the end, so it gives Saya the advantage in that fight. But Jesse Bash just completely distracts T1, and then they get paranoid as well. They're just not sure. They don't want to get caught off guard, so they're holding those positions, but they get picked off one by one. And we realize that Secret, their rotations were a bit quick as well, so T1's going to have to figure out why that happened. When was that re-clear from Garage?
Now it's just a push into B. Saya's going to go through very quickly. Falling comes in, and, well...
well, he's stuck now with the Hero Vandal.
Yeah, and not going to hit it. Wild Oreo going to win in that 1v1. Now 2G's right there in the garage. Spike line once again, but okay.
Halo, welcome yang nonton.
Gonna get some help from X-Curate. That's a couple kills, but now he's got his back to 2GE. The defuse will come in. 4th round win for Team Secret.
The double slice from the Neon. Jeremy says, whoops, missed that one. Comes right back for it. Won't be the one that picks up the kill, but again, just the distraction that you can be, just the space creation that Neon has now built in. You know, every Neon will have that by default. You just got to get used to your own speed. And again, a big part of the sure it's an eco from T1, but a big story of this round, once again, is just how quick Team Secret is on their backup, on their calls. So T1 will call the timeout, slow things down a bit, try to regroup, see if the coach has picked up on any of these patterns out from Team Secret.
Yeah, not a bad time to call it. I mean, 4-1. T1 only getting the anti-bonus, right? They pick that one up, and then immediately it just goes back in favor of Team Secret. And yeah, I mean, it also came from getting that one kill onto Jeremy and then essentially pushing into an open site. So definitely a lot of work to do, I would say, from the side of T1. They haven't looked quite as clean as Team Secret. That one cleanup on A definitely was a big morale booster, I would say, for Team Secret as well, because T1 kind of got in, but immediately got cleaned up as well.
Yeah, see how much they can dig into this, because here's the thing, the backup being fast wasn't even actually because of the Neon yet. So I don't know if T1 really wants to say that was the cause of it, and that's something to keep in mind, because it's mostly just the Killjoy Utah, the immediate re-clears of these positions that T1 tries to poke and prod at just a bit in the beginning part of the round. Now, see after that timeout, Secret, what's their read on it? It's going to be the Killjoy reposition. It's an oldie but a goodie. Kind of catch them off guard, make sure that they have to be delayed, and then you push out from the C side.
Get out of my way!
Yeah. I feel like this is going to work out pretty well, but here comes Saya with the Blade Storm. And the slow push towards A long. 3 members. Looks like they are going to have Izza pushed down.
Oh, and this is going to guarantee the Rolling Thunder as well. It'd be only 1 point away from it. He'll get that over on C main. They already heard all the util on A. You're just going to buy time as much as possible with the Nanoswarm, with the turret.
Bang, turnamen Valorant masih di Mei, kapan mulai? Belum tahu.
Deadly against T1.
Yeah. See, just got that Rolling Thunder you were talking about. Jesse Bash, some spam through. Get some return fire. Has the turrets there. You got the drone. Lots of information. The plant will come down. Jesse is taking a bunch of damage up here, up in the tower. And just trying to clear out a bit with the shock darts. But here comes Envy. First he's going to throw after shock and a help, push him out into the Rolling Thunder, and everybody is going to get hit by that here for the retake.
Oh, and Jeremy jumps out, gets all the scouting, then slides right back into hell. Won't get all the kills though. And he still hasn't made it through, and X-Curate will land the shot, knows that there's no way for him to go for a safe drop. Peeks out right on the end of that utility. And Secret, I mean, the Rolling Thunder was good. The initial util was good, but the speed of the follow-up after it, a little rough. We've seen, that kind of retake work very well with the Jet, but watch here. Jeremy will try to get some spotting, but the fast lane actually blocks up some of the angles. They're not quite catching Izu. Spent a lot of time taking out stacks right below, and Izu is able to hold strong as that first line of defense.
Yeah, Izu just getting ahead of it and holding down the fort for the team as everybody tries to flood the site. And now Saya is just running into the garage, going to take that over. Running straight into multiple members as Wild Oreo gets one, but Exgert is in the back now, and he's going to take a couple, but here we go. The overdrive comes in. Jeremy picks up the first kill. Now the Hunter's Fury coming out as well. Jeremy's still trying to pressure, but another plant comes down from T1.
This overdrive is so fast now. How do you win against it? Okay, if you have two people, you distract him. Really spread apart his crosshairs there, and that's how you win. Make it a 2v1, make it unfair. And now Jesse Vash, I mean, you only got 150 credits. They have a Rolling Thunder as well, perhaps trying to hope that you can draw out the ultimate. That would be maybe something worth fighting for. But the round surely lost.
Yeah, trying to push into them, and that immediately gets shut down as well. So T1 rallying back after their timeouts, getting a couple of big rounds in a row. Izu picking up 3 kills the last time, and then this time around just trying to pressure. See that Rossi here is able to set up a couple of kills. Izu gets one of those as well. Rossi gets a second here.
Nice, guys.
And gets a big nice from his teammate. Execute there. And so T1 able to come back a bit here.
Yeah, and the Outlaw as well to try to snowball and recover that economy. You know, much Saya loves his scopes. Oh, he's going to get the first kill onto it. Some extra damage as well sprinkled through.
Yeah, that's going to feel very nice. Early value from your eco round, essentially.
Yeah, that's the breach taken down as well, so it takes away a lot of that execute power. I mean, it's one of the reasons why Envy can kind of just hold blind, right? When the first piece of Yuto comes out, the fault line goes in. There's really no way for T1 to fight against that right now until they draw that out. They have to try to force it into a cooldown. They're not finding an opportunity.
Rossi's going to clear out mid with this drone. Says, okay, well, nobody's here, so going to send a smoke in towards B, but you see they're kind of split up at this point, the spike over towards C. And Saya to check it. He will be spotted, gets the drone out, and shuts that down. And the slow push in towards B. Just a couple of guys, 2GE, the first one to spot him, but Izu, nice little headshot, but the fault line is massive. Saya is going to follow
Bang,
up
gak pernah live main Valorant? Pernah, Bang.
Now Jeremy's going to get his own bulldog.
Lu coba nonton replaynya kok. Lu coba nonton replaynya. Ada kok gua live Valorant, main Valorant.
With them low on firepower, and here comes the lockdown as well, but Saya trying to push it, takes his head off. Does Wild Oreo, and now Rossi has to evacuate the site.
He does have Hunter's Fury, but he needs to position himself well. He wants to try to get the first kill so he doesn't get pushed in.
Standing ahead.
They're defusing.
Yeah, Recon to try to force him off of it, but they're still sticking to half.
Stick to half, that's a good shot from Rossi, and it's Jesse Vash with the Bulldog to shut him down. Team Secret gonna move ahead to 5-3 with a Thrifty.
Wow, I mean, some nasty shots here. Obviously, the initial one from Envy is just a good setup off of that fault line. It's at the cost of his teammates. I believe 2GE going down on that one, but either way, you knew that you were set up for success on the initial hit. But then Wild Oreo with a great peek off of the lockdown right here. Oh, just crisp. That gives the opening. I mean,
oh iya, ada 2 minggu yang lalu. Iya kan, ada kan. Coba nonton replaynya. Sekarang belum pernah main Valo lagi. Belum pernah live Valo lagi. Emang kenapa?
Team Secret's ahead of it. They actually just hold the half.
Yeah.
Insya Allah lah nanti live main Valo lagi ya.
Push once again from the side of T1, who do have mostly big buys here, and still a couple of big ultimates, and they haven't even used the Rolling Thunder on this push. They essentially just get in onto C, and the spike is already planted.
That's a quick one now. Got to hold on to that post plant. It hasn't always been clean here for T1, and it's off to a rough start.
And Exgrid, he can't help on the defense. Once the fault line comes in, he's going to throw in a smoke, and just hide in it and hope Fast Lane comes in. Izza gets a kill. They're trying to defuse, but he has snuck his way out with the Stinger. He does get one, but it's already defused to half.
They bought some time with the Rolling Thunder. They're trying to defuse off of the flash, trying to mask the noise, and he's hit it from the angle, and it's already done. Oh, that's a rough one. I mean, it's tough to do that once the half is done anyway, but the flash point as well to try to mask the sound just a bit. Secret just pulling out all the stops to make sure they keep the lead here on the defending half of Haven.
Absolutely, that was a big one. I mean, they're trying to push in. Jeremy just, the operator, gets that first kill. Look at this. Ooh, clean. Zaya's gone. He lines up another in garage. Obviously, there was all the shenanigans around the defuse as well. And they're able to pull that one together. And remember, T1 already took a timeout. This attacker side not looking super clean, even though they did get those 2 wins after the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, T1, the initial conditioning that Secret had and the Neon pushing out has really slowed down the tempo of T1. And the thing with the Cypher is on any map, quite frankly, at the end of the day, the only way for you to really get hard value on the lurk is to win a duel. Right? I mean, with the Killjoy, you can start to inch forward with things. You know, with the turret, you can disrupt some setups with the Nano Swarm, but as a Cypher, you simply have to dig deep and create a little bit of space with your own weaponry. It hasn't really favored T1. This time they will have Izza planted all the way forward, so he's ready to go for a pinch wherever it may be needed, or at least cut off the early backup. This is a good way to battle out the potential early rotates.
Lagu's there to clear into garage, and now just trying to push through with the paranoia, and Saya is in onto the site. Another fast push, but 2GE gets the kill. And that one was clean. Looks like the smoke was up. Another plant will come in from the side of Stacks. Has been consistent about that, but the post plants have been all Team Secret.
Yeah, and Izzu's position is a little bit rough, just because surely Secret should be checking for this. Now they have extra members there just to try to distract Secret's retake. Meanwhile, the main force is already at the site. 1-for-1 trade. Stacks going for another for T1. Rossi still alive with 3 kills. Goes for a 4th and secures the round for T1.
Well, sometimes you just have one guy that's unaccounted for and wins all the duels. Rossi, insane stuff there. Just going one by one, hitting onto the heads. Starts off here, in the corner, challenges him.
Yeah, I mean, just positions himself way out on the far side.
I am nice. Yo, sit down.
Yeah, sit down. Duduk, kata aja itu.
Nice. I mean, no doubt about that. That round, Rossi makes it clean, works off of the distractions of his teammates. We heard a wave of murmurs out in the crowd as well with Rossi's nice ending to the round. See if that's enough to make it a 6-6, which is what they would want here on the attacking side of Haven.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not going to charge a site once again just yet. They have Saya actually on an operator this time around, so he's going to look to hold this angle. And then maybe slowly do make this push on to C.
Trying to also not give way to that early Rolling Thunder as well. So once they're close, they're still holding just in case there's a reaction. They don't see it. Not quite the shots he was fishing for with the Sheriff.
Big shots from Rossi, man. He's feeling it now. That's a couple where it's through smoke. It's not a lot of information, and he just taps away.
Now he's hidden here because even if he dies, he's going to have Hunter's Fury, but he's just going to get another kill trying to stabilize.
You saw his reaction.
Yeah. Wasn't the ending to the round he was looking for. A bit messier than the previous kills, but that should be a clean setup. All set up for that C long hold. And T1 one round away, getting close to a couple very big ultimates. Hunter's Fury now online. But of course, Team Secret, they've already been backing a couple of those up.
See a nice spray to start it off, and then this first one is good, but then just the movement, a little bit unpredictable there from Envy, and eventually he's able to see, and he hits a quick shot.
He went from I'm nice to I was so bad. The duality of Rossi.
Wah, kayaknya 6 sama sih nih, seru. Bangga 75.
It's so over immediately.
Oh, Oh, wow. Early investment on Unconsuria as well. Just trying to eliminate a big part of the map. C entirely taken over by Secret.
Yeah, they say no more C. You're too good at that. We're done with this, okay? It's done. Last round, no more.
Well, they funneled them into the A site, but is the retake ready? The last time the set play didn't quite work out. Ooh, no trades.
I mean, 3 guys stacked in a row. Too many targets. Now the Hunter's Fury on the other side. Rossi accurate with that as well. He gets 2 Hunter's Fury kills. There's maybe a bit of stacking from the side of Team Secret. And here's Izza. They just have no idea. He's coming in from behind.
Rossini, boss.
Down as Rossi, another headshot. Saya gonna steal the ace away. They don't care. It's 6-6. T1. A massive surge back to tie things up.
Yeah, started at 4-1 after losing the pistol as well. So it's a good recovery, but we should note that it is a recovery. Starting on the attacking side of Haven, where you're looking to gain some momentum. Maybe gave a bit too much respect to the Neon. And we'll see if they can now hold off against the speed of the Neon and Team Secret. And this is the map that Team Secret infamously took DRX to the A site every single round of their attack.
I think I was actually casting that as well.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. That was just a really crazy map.
Yeah.
Love from Ireland. T1 fighting.
Wow. We have a lot of
Love from
fans.
Ireland. Wih, ada fans dari Ireland nih.
Here, lots of fans for some of the
Ada fans T1 dari Ireland. Kelas.
Our fan on the left has a final tomorrow.
Keren.
They're here, cheering on T1.
Hopefully it's a Valorant final.
Oh, well then it wouldn't be so
Studying
bad.
Valorant, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, those were just straight up lined up against Heaven. Dude, how does he get this third one blind, man?
3 gone.
Oh, Rossi, the silver they needed.
Up at 15 already here at the half. Still an opportunity to get our third 30K of the day.
Wow, yeah, wow.
We've already had 2, and there's only been 2 maps.
Incredible.
So
quite incredible.
Yeah, when Elmimore into Xfaro, and now maybe Rossi. I mean, if it does go to 12-12 and he gets the same pace, he'll get it. But 12-12 means another overtime. That would also be 3 overtimes on the day.
Yes, yeah, that would also be ridiculous. Now, we are seeing that kind of crafty little tripwire. I don't think it's going to have a huge success rate against the Neon, but we'll have to wait and see.
1 tap into Izu.
Camera taken out.
1 tap.
He's skirting around it.
Ooh.
Oh, he's just trying to pretend. He's just waiting for someone to trip, and none of them are hitting it. They finally find it. The tripwire is gone. And Izza will not find the opportunity he was looking for.
Yeah, look at that. The shock dart comes over. It doesn't get any value as the plan is not there. The relay bolt to buy some time. Jeremy now following up on the aftershock.
Shadows.
And here comes the push now. Saya goes in the paranoia, but it's kind of just spam. Jeremy stays alive in the corner. And now he wants to get in there. Jesse bashed a couple of kills of his own, and now there's only 2 guys that have to push straight into Jeremy, who is tucked into this corner. And this is not really going to happen. Stacks goes down, and Excurate all alone up in the tower. Jeremy just sliding on by. There's 1 kill, 2 to the side of Excurate, but it is 3 to Jeremy, and that will be the pistol going the way of Team Secret once again.
Yeah, Excurate definitely much more on point for his individual mechanics today. Not sure if there's maybe some changes in their comms as well. Obviously, Excurate's been taking on the mantle of primary IGL, but you have to imagine that as Stacks continues to spend more time on this roster, that he's providing more value as it goes as well.
Tar dulu guys, shot maghrib dulu ya.
Enemy down.
Oh, nice follow-up there from Jesse.
Just a chuckle.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, from Uncle Jesse.
Cover going out.
Excurate will invest into that Sheriff. On top of the Marshal,
maghrib dulu,
Saya. I
guys.
mean, the Marshal, it's a given. But for Saya at least. But the Sheriff, I mean, yeah, you're still at 1,500. If you get a kill, you definitely even out.
Yeah, we'll see if he can do that. As he's going to be going up against 3 Bulldogs, a couple Spectres, And mostly full armor. That is the drone to go down. Saya holds it, and
wow! Still,
yeah, I mean, he hit him.
Can't believe he stuck around for that.
And they're like, okay, well, Saya's over there. Let's go the other way.
Cover going out.
Yeah, I mean, you know it's the eco, so why push through the buy, the one buy?
Yeah. Oh, they're on the site, but now trying to flood it is T1, and that's a couple of pistol kills already. It's going so heavily in their favor. 2G, he's on 21 health. This is not looking good for him. One tap will do it, and the Marshall gets it done. And a thrifty for T1.
Oh, I mean, so yes, you don't want to go necessarily towards the Marshall. Sure, I get that, but the fact that you're still not clearing carefully, because you also have to imagine that Saya was pushed out very far forward. So the initial stack had to have been on the other side.
Nice, guys.
And I think they were imagining that, you know, you put some pressure onto A, so surely they've been disrupted. But Secret, you weren't as fast as you thought you were. And now this is looking rough. T1 picking up the Outlaw to really, really hammer the point home.
And we'll see if they can do exactly that. It's only one Sheriff here for Jesse Vash. We have one Ghost for 2GE, and that is it. Nobody else has any money for anything else. And Execrated here with the Phantom, gonna make quick work of that. And he is being pushed though, so Wild Oreo is going to shut him down with a classic, but Stack's just waiting, kind of looking away, trying to get away from the flash, but now it's just on the site. Saya player close with the Outlaw. And an upgrade here for 2GE, and all of a sudden, Team Secret have a chance.
Yeah, Bulldogs picked up, drone as well. Good spot at the very minimum side. Now you see the recon coming out as well. You know it's both people here in C-Link. Smoke plus the recon. So much time bought for Secret.
Yeah, this smoke is doing wonders. I mean, as Saya player as well, it's like, well, I don't want to poke my head out here with an Outlaw.
Oh, and they're going to close the gap to really deny the Outlaw any power.
Wow.
The repositioning is great. And Thrifty's back-to-back. Today is surely a day of Valorant. It is one of the days of Valorant.
One of the days of all time. And yeah, back-to-back Thrifties. We had a Thrifty earlier on as well. Wild Oreo just lines it up. Smoke doesn't help, and he just TPs in behind him.
Yeah, I mean, Team Secret just never let the foot off the pedal on this one. Just kept finding ways to get behind T1. T1 now back to a bit of a broken purchase here, but a 5-stack. That's how you overcome the weapon disadvantage. You just have more weapons.
How about back-to-back Thrifties?
Oh boy.
I'm down for it.
Well, the 2 Vandals on T1 should try to stabilize things a bit.
Yeah.
But Jesse Vash is going to get the hunters here if he gets the plant here. So once the plant goes down, T1's chances diminish greatly.
Yeah, they absolutely do. We do have Rossi back over here at A after that initial stack. A couple guys poking out of B as well. Looks like Wild Oreo shot something, but now just really bolt, and the follow-up coming in pretty slowly. I mean, they're going to send in the drone first just to make 100% sure that they're not getting thrifty.
Yeah.
And here we go.
They haven't cleared the smoke yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Wild Oreo, that's one. And Stacks, he gets a kill, but immediately Envy to flood the site. He picks up 2 headshots.
30 seconds left.
Player here. Ooh, gonna be forced to shoot that thing. Alarm bot.
Spike planted.
And Izu, I mean, at this point, you're kind of just hoping that Izu can get a pick. It's the only real shot you have to open things up. It's just dry peaks on both sides of the site.
Envy's waiting for this. And not expecting him to close, but still able to line it up. 2G gets that job done. And knowing it's a Marshall, no real reason to peek into this. With the spike planted. And Saya player not gonna hit it. 2G does take him down. So Team Secret, they do get a normal round of Valorant mostly as they get on to the A side.
Yeah, slow and steady does the job for Secret. Even though you have the Neon, you don't have to go at full speed every time. Rossi does his best to sneak right back into the smoke, get the first kill, but Wild Oreo's pinches on these executes have been very good. His timing is right on point of what Secret's looking for. He's always there for the trade or the pinch, the crossfire, as that Killjoy. And something else that we're noticing is that they're not really setting up for deep lurks, right? It's always 5-man and then reposition for the post plant. Something, again, that they've done in the past on Haven. This is a crazy angle to be holding with the op. Oh, boy.
They have a couple of guys peeking this, but he still gets a kill. Maybe hoping for a bit more value. It's now the Hunter's Fury.
Right here.
Coming out, Jesse Vash. Ooh, kind of close there on a Izu, but not quite. So a trade out. And now Team Secret have to rethink how they're going to push into this one. It is just Wild Oreo sneaking into garage.
Oh, he might actually sneak past the cam as well. Okay, he's watching it. But breaking that cam with still a minute left is going to make T1's defenses weaker, as now, you know, by logic, they would want to check for C.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And they re-clear A short. I mean, this is good from T1. They're doing whatever they can to try to make sure they're even in numbers and even catches the lurk.
Look at this. Rossi pushes them, takes them both down as they're trying to set up a push. Rossi coming up big again. He is nice, isn't he?
He is nice. We're so back. Oh, man. I mean, we've been seeing this a lot in Pacific, which I'm very glad that we're seeing is that, okay, you lose some numbers, you see some pressure on the other side, rather than like all rushing to clear that side, you start to push out from the side you're already holding to then make an educated guess on, do we rotate, right? Do we continue to hold, things like that? The re-clear logic and the flow chart has gotten a lot cleaner for a lot of the teams in Pacific here in Stage 2.
That's nice developments to see. And now a lot more utility and a lot faster of a push, as now we got the overdrive, but there's two angles looking at this, and they're so set up for it. Stacks also carrying his weight in a big way, and it's pretty much a flawless round. Only Stacks goes down. T1, they really are so bad. 9-9, very close map so far.
And all the ults online, surely this calls for a timeout. Over from Team Secret. The answer to the Neon ultimate, the overdrive, well, just make it a 2v1. I love the...
Really low, 1 HP, guys. Hey, short! Dice!
Okay. The comms are good. Well, you know, there were some players that we saw, you know, some of the Korean players that have now kind of spread out their wings onto other teams this season, this year, where, you know, there's some questions about, okay, how are the comms? Some teams have mentioned they're still working through it. Some teams are okay with it. And Stacks, they said they have to still slot him into the system, but the language seems to be just fine.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
I mean, he's been to so many internationals in the past as well, always, you know, taking the time to interact with foreign fans, foreign interviews, all the other players as well. So great to see that he's slotting in more and more.
A lot of discussion on the T1 side as well, a little smirk.
Yeah.
As well, I don't know what was being discussed there, but Rossi was making a point. That's about all we could tell.
We'll see. Well, what's that information?
He's on 22.
Oh, he's getting there. It's got a little ways, but he could make it happen.
Is it even impressive if we get, you know, we've already had 2 guys get 30, like, come on.
Yeah, isn't 30 the norm now?
Yeah. And it seems so common, like.
Oh, boy. The precedent set by RRQ today.
Yeah. It was funny, too. Elmi Moore obviously getting the headshot win for a guessing game. That was,
yep.
It just makes sense sometimes. Some things today. And Team Secret now taking it a bit slow.
Yeah, seeing if T1's going to push out to re-clear anything, but they have that operator in the hands of Saya. Planted in A main. I mean, this is just a classic setup of Haven. Welcome back to Haven, everybody. Op in A main. And just spread out across B and C. Still got trips on A short as well. Makes the A hold even safer for the Jet.
There.
And look at this angle being held by Izu, just camping out. Has his eye on the cam in case anything comes in through mid. Just a drone.
Yeah, just the drone. Saw some pings going down here in the garage window.
Yeah, I mean, Secret does not have as much space as they think they do because this is all calculated from T1.
Oh boy, they're running straight into Izza's crossfire. And, you know, the paranoia was set the fault line, but this is hell of an Envy. Nice headshot, though. Trying to open it up pretty organically from the garage. But now, Excurate here in the corner. The recon bolt's not going to catch him. And Excurate only gets the one, though. Jesse Vash and Envy get a couple, and the plant does come down onto C.
Wow, in the nick of time. The From the Shadows from 2GE really stopping the rotates from T1. Creates an opening for Team Secret. Now still spread out apart a little bit, but the fact that they hold on to C-Link with 2GE being there is a lot of extra space for Secret in this post plant.
Is Saya gonna check this?
It's so tough, but if you're gonna go for it, I mean, surely you have to check it. A little far forward.
Yeah. Rossi, he's been incredible, but I think there's just not enough time. Team Secret playing it slow as well. And eventually, yeah, he's just going to be gunned down. Envy picking up 3 on the round. Team Secret takes the lead after their timeout.
Well, good timeout. It looked a little dicey because I do think T1 had a very solid setup. I mean, again, all the space given to Secret was very well calculated. But after the reposition, their backup was still cut off just a bit. They weren't quite sure if the commitment was there, and T1's caution gave that opening for Envy to start to break apart the site with a couple frags. With Jeremy with the attack operator on that Neon. I mean, he's really done everything he possibly can this year to shake off the doubt that some of us, including myself, had on how confident is he to continue picking up operators, to really be that primary duelist. And he's saying he is right there. He's committed to this role. If he can even open up the round for them, that'd be even better.
Yeah. See, Rossi doesn't look like he wants to peek that angle. And a good idea for him. Saya having his own operator here once again. Izzu wants to push through garage, but Wild Oreo just going to evacuate as that does come through.
Secret might have evacuated with the assumption that that smoke is going to be followed up by a re-clear. And if that is the case, they should be working with the assumption that they have no control over the C site and T1 has all the information. I'm wondering if we're going to see that in the post plant as they do go for a hit onto B. No eyes yet onto the C side. Everybody focus on A-Link.
Now we'll see how this one goes as the lineup here looking pretty good. The plant is going to come down. Fault line as they do try to challenge this early. Excurate does get 1. There's 2. Lines up for 3. And not able to make it 4. Envy does pick up the spike, wants to get this planted, wants to give them a chance, but Rossi has the flank. Comes all the way from A and takes them down.
Great hold from T1. Again, the re-clear on Garage is what makes this happen. You know that there's no chance that it's C. You have Garage, you're still watching C main with util. And then you say, well, A main, we are still looking for information. I haven't seen anything just yet. That forces it. I love the paranoia. Forces a stop on the plant. Excurate. Not only does he stop the plant, he gets 3 kills to his name, and that's all the time that Rossi needed to close out the round.
Feeling the pressure, but he did execute under the pressure. And now, ooh, nice little peek there from Jeremy. Saya not want to back down from a challenge, and he goes for it, takes out Jeremy from midair. And they're trying to come in really quickly here onto the B side, but here's 2G up top as well. Gonna get a stinger kill. Meanwhile, Saya player in the smoke will get a couple. Also able to pick up a Guardian and to get a kill for himself there. So now it's only Wild Oreo. He does pick up 1, but that is another round in the hands of T1.
There's too many people in this site. We have no idea who's getting the kills because there's just a bunch of them. It's a party. I'm impressed that Saya still stays alive, gets a kill with a shorty, still swaps out with a Guardian. I mean, created so much time and space with Excurate supporting from C-Link. And T1 seems to have finally stabilized a bit, right? Regardless of round win or loss, overall, their confidence, their movement seems to be coming right back up to match Team Secret as they take the lead.
Nice.
For the first time, I believe, as well.
Saying up, down, up, down.
He's like keeping his eye on the screen. He's like, the fist bump is not what matters right now.
Well, This is a huge round for Team Secret. They really need this one, otherwise T1 almost definitely running away with this map.
Secret. They have 2 big ultimates as well. Not ones with clear counters from T1 just yet.
I think I was reading Rossi calling for the smoke there. Oh, Saya. Just clean with it.
Then he just backs up, and then the re-clear from A main to make sure it's not a pinch with the drone. You still have trips over by A. Saya's holding a safer angle. I mean, T1 is playing absolute textbook movement in this round. This is clear for the low trips against the Neon. There's still another one though.
Oh, Izza tries to push through that. Jeremy's gonna put a quick end to that, and now the Neon's in onto the side, and there's not much you can do. Gonna clear it out as now Rossi pushes them, takes out 2, and gives them a huge chance now, but the spike is planted, and they're cutting them off with that lockdown.
Yeah.
So to be able to get into the back of the
30
spawn.
seconds left.
Buying time. Okay, you're just gonna have to stay outside of it. Not sure if that was in range for Wild Oreo to hear it, but either way, Wild Oreo just has all control on the middle part of this map. Turret and Nanoswarm. Turret has to be cleared. Nanoswarm activated. Turret's gonna get ahead of it though.
That he
Be a bit of a
does.
curveball.
And now they're just trying to rotate in together, but we do have Xcurit just approaching approaching that spike, and now trying to get into Garage. Jesse taking a lot of damage, but he lives with 1 health, gets the kill. Rossi, a 3rd. And he's gonna tap it. Rossi, once again, up against Wild Oreo. He wins the duel, and he wins the round again for T1.
Secret overthinking things a bit.
Good thing I was with
Once
you.
they realize that smoke allows T1 to get into the site for free, they think about regrouping and wrapping all the way around it, but the initial tap, because they didn't account for Xcurit to get ahead of the Nanoswarm, the initial tap's just too fast. Makes them panic a bit and turn around. But Rossi makes everything happen. That's the story of this round. Digs into the cracks on A side, and then what an incredible 1v1, 1v2 clutch at the end, bringing them to map point. They didn't have the lead until 2 rounds ago, and now T1 looking to close it out.
Like I said before, you know, that was critical round for Team Secret. They don't have an economy.
Yes.
But they are going to take their time out because, well, you might as well see if they can piece something together here and get a miracle 23rd round, force number 24. But yeah, T1 are in control at this point in time. So very curious to see what Team Secret have planned to try to pull this one back.
Yeah, the Cypher util has been a thorn in their side. They can't, they can't confidently rush as much as they would normally like, because that's something you want to at least throw out every now and then, sprinkle it in to your playbook.
29.
Oh man.
Remember Xpharaoh was on 29 and he got 1 kill
Yeah.
to hit 30.
We might be onto something today. See if Rossi can make the big 3-0 happen. Big ultimates on the side of Team Secret, but Rossi's got his Hunter's Fury as well. And again, the A site, they're actually just going to leave C site open. They say if you use your util to get into C, so be it. Retake it with the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah. You do see that Team Secret at least able to piece together what they can. They've got 3 main rifles, but also a Guardian, a Bulldog. Only 1 full armor.
Just a whole mixed bag. Now, the initial smoke outside of A lobby from T1 plants the idea that the op might be in A once again for Secret, so they're trying to clear close with the drone. That's a lot of util already used on the A side. The smoke going up again, trying to make them think the op is on that side. But little do they know. Oh, man! I mean, right past the shock dart. Oh, what a flick. Only a few players would be crazy enough to do that, and Saya's absolutely one of them.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. Oh boy, Xcurit, he's totally fine up here, up on the box. Doesn't get hit. The aftershock as well is going to kill him, actually. Stacks gets the kill, though, onto 2GE. Still looking good here for T1. Rolling Thunder, of course, will be committed to, but Izza gets the kill. And takes up to T1. We'll get the first map of Haven.
Great recovery from T1.
T1.
You love to see them stabilize a bit. Stacks making sure to give the encouragement and energy to everyone. Execure very happy about how things turned out. He had a rough week 1 on stage 2, but T1 is here to play, and Secret is going to have to show a bit more because they just lost their map pick of Haven.
T1 gang says that sign. Anyway, guys, we're done here on the cast. Let's throw it back to the analyst desk to break down Haven.
Kita main dulu nggak sih, guys? Bentar. Kita main lagi aja ya.
Welcome to Bejeweled 2. Go.
Kita main visual lagi, guys. Jide.
Level complete. Get ready.
Ini guys, cara main visual nih. Excellent. Lagi nih guys. Kalian percaya nggak gue bisa main game ini? Game puzzle ini. Semangat live-nya Bang. Thank you Ari Nugroho. Terima kasih supportnya. Welcome ya.
Level complete.
Jide.
Get ready.
Welcome ya yang nonton. Excellent. Halo guys. Kelas nggak guys? IG nggak guys? Oh.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
ZD.
Excellent. Incredible.
Excellent. Incredible. GG gak guys? Kelas gak? Excellent. Incredible.
Level complete. Get ready. Excellent.
Cool. Excellent. Mana lagi nih guys? Oh.
No more moves. A new high score.
A new high score. Oke.
Goodbye.
Karena sudah mau mulai lagi, kita ini lagi. Match-nya lagi.
Like information gathering as well. They have to kind of figure out a game plan to either pinch him down or avoid him completely and really center up their defenses.
All right, well, I know a lot of you out there are going for the Laban Pinas, but we're going to see if this is going to continue to a full series. Let's go over to our casters.
Thanks, guys, for breaking it down as we do move into Split. Yes, Saya will be playing the
guys.
He was the correct choice. Good job, viewers. But we will see if that actually does come to fruition here as we do move on to map number 2. We'll see if Team Secret can fight back.
Yeah, I mean, this is the composition that T1 brought out that gave Gen G a lot of trouble before they were able to actually overcome it in overtime several times in a row. And a big part of that was Side Player's Chamber. And, you know, I don't know if Secret's really going to have an answer to flush him out with util, but you will just have to win out some of these duels. Ooh,
just shoot him.
Yeah, just shoot him.
Yeah.
Or maybe don't fight him at all. There are some options.
Yeah.
But good one-ways from both sides on the Omens to try to take control of mid. And that's going to end in a bit of a stalemate. Now again, with the Cypher, you're going to be able to toy with the toxic screen on the B site a couple of these rounds if you're Secret. But Saya's ready for it. And here's the thing, he's going to be able to hide Rossi as well after he goes for the first rendezvous. Oh. Okay.
Just a little shoulder shown there. As now Jesse Bass just kind of running on in, and it's Excurate who's going to pick up the first kill in this first round. As, little jump peek. Saya's there, and immediately he's going to take him down. Team Secret just rolling over them. Wild Oreo picking up 2 kills. As they do make their way onto the B site.
Yeah, the pinch coming in from heaven really helps open things up. So the double team between Saya and Rossi not going to be as strong. Excurate trying to call for a play here with Izu. A 2-man retake against 4. It's going to be very tough, but it looks like he still wants to commit the paranoia, see what they can do on the pistol.
There's a lot of things to get through here. At least he does have his paint shells.
Oh! It went right through the fence!
Yeah. Never mind. He doesn't have his paint shells, guys. They're gone.
Oh,
hello. Well, X-Gear gets 1, but that is going to be Team Secret for yet another pistol round.
Hello.
They've taken all 3 so far.
Oh, Secret, I mean, that hurts if you really think about it, right? The fact that they've taken all the pistols and they still lost the Haven. See if they can remedy that here on Split. Now, I can't imagine that the map veto was too shocking for them, just given, despite the loss, how strong T1 looks on this map with that chamber. And so we'll see if they continue to have some stuff prepped, but this time it's a nice pinch onto the B site. There's Wild Oreo, the man a lot of people have been very impressed by in his first couple showings here on the VCT Pacific stage.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch. I think he definitely has the skills to stay in this league for a long time. Comes Trailblazer, just going to clear out into Vent. Saya player just waiting, wondering, will they push into Mall?
He's being held there.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Hey, it's just gonna chill.
And that guiding light will make some movements here from T1 just to support, just to re-clear mid. Now, no tags. The toxic screen's still on B. Rossi finds a lot of people. He's gonna back out. It's just pistols, but it is gonna be close range as Jesse actually gets a nice pick mid.
Oh, yeah. Just gets run over. Stax is going to pick up Jeremy.
Gun here.
Just tags the gun.
Spike
Yeah,
planted.
this is a post plan for Team Secret to not lose, right? That's the goal here. The round should be won no matter what.
Yeah.
It's a matter of holding on to all your weapons. There is no need to actually try to greed for the kills, especially when you've bought up. I mean, Secret has been buying up for all 5 members every time. And this time it's a bunch of rifles. You do not want to lose these.
Well, I'm sure it does get 1, but yeah, it's just going to be Envy to shut it down. Picks up the 3K. And there you have it. Team Secret able to follow up after that pistol round. And, yeah.
Yeah, you know, still 3 rifles. I mean, again, I would consider that when it's 5 buys, 4 rifles and a Spectre. Even 3 weapons remaining is a little bit of damage taken for sure. But I mean, at least you have the firepower to match. It is split, so yeah, the Stingers can come out for the Rays. Try to go for a rush. Now, it has been that B side 2 rounds in a row. Time for Secret to put some pressure on A, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a full-on rush just yet. Just waiting on standby, trying to draw out some util, and then the paranoia to pinch onto ramps.
Yep, not a bad idea. Trying to isolate Izu. And let's see how it goes. The cam is set up. Well, it looks like he's spotted. He's just going to back off of this position for now. The smoke will come through. And a couple of members hanging out here up in heaven.
Yeah, they heard the Shrouded Step backing out as well, so Team Secret trying to continue to put some pressure onto A. But they're just going to hold with the lurk here. See if there's a re-clear. So Secret trying to force T1 to re-clear this area to get a better idea. But T1 saying, listen, we have the better weaponry. We got the chamber over on the A side. We have Heaven absolutely in our control. We've even got that trademark to buy time for Izza. So they have no reason to move out. The angle, off angle held by Stacks, and then it's going to be an immediate swing out from Excurit if Team Secret comes in to be Heaven.
Okay, Stacks going to drop down. The smoke does come through. Excurit up there alone, but Stacks, oh, he has to look away from the bird. Excurit will pick up one. Izza there as well. And Excurit will, they're just going to take me up and in. Excurit says, thank you very much. I will collect another one.
Yeah, and that's the round. I mean, Envy, maybe he gets one kill here. But he's definitely not getting the round, and he will just sit back. He knows how tough this is looking. He's considering picking up the Vandal right at the end just to carry that over. So, in all things, in the big scheme of things, Secret says, okay, well, we took away 2 of their weapons. I upgraded 1, but it does feel like you're grasping at straws at that point. A loss is a loss on the round, and T1 is right back in it. 6 kills on the board for Excurit with the extra couple he got in this one. Yeah, 2GE trying to get a little too crafty maybe, jumping too far ahead of the smoke. Maybe he was a little scared of the smoke. They weren't quite sure where he would be. And he just jumps right into the crosshairs.
Yeah, Excurit just, it's one of those nice positions where you've got a Phantom and you're just, people are just not really looking at you. You just get to spray at everybody, collect a bunch of kills. Feels pretty good. Nice position there from Excurit up in heaven. And now pretty big spread out. They have sent Jeremy in towards vents. Just going to sit there in mid for a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to break apart the rotates at the very least, so you should have faith that you can overpower with numbers. But can you make sure you keep that number advantage? Because right now you also have Jesse Vash, who's making his way over. It's going to take some time.
Ooh, he's going to have to do a little bit of parkour to get out of that corner. But he will be just fine.
Because they have vents, this rotate isn't bad, right? Because, all right, you put some fake pressure in, you're seeing if there's movement, you're seeing if T1 wants to reposition. Jeremy either can cut them off, maybe he hears footsteps. He is going to hear the footsteps exit B Heaven. And so Secret should still have some form of a numbers advantage, especially if they get the first peek out onto the chamber.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help. And now Jeremy can just go through vents, and they have total control of the site. Now Excurit does look to push just a little bit as the flash comes out to get him in, but he's not going to get that shot. Oreo to shoot him down. Izza does take out Envy, but now Izza dealing with some wackiness in the vents. And yeah, T1 trying to take over Heaven first, but a lot of members of Team Secret hanging around on so many different angles.
Yeah, this is a round to consider a save as well. Well, you definitely save now, but with 2 members still having guns, you know, with a couple of them able to buy for their teammates, you could try to stabilize in the next round. Even with 1, I think you can scrape something together for sure. So T1 going to look to save it, but Jeremy has other thoughts. If he gets this, he's 1 stop away from the showstopper. I feel like as the spike goes off, he might even just try to go on the hunt, but he doesn't have a lot of creds himself, so we'll just let Envy keep the creds he's banked up so far, and Jeremy will be happy with 2 points away from his own ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, can always pick up a couple of kills and maybe go from there. Jesse just very aggressive on that swing, but it pays off.
It's a slow round from Secret, right? So keeping T1 guessing. And because you had vents, what we did see the result of that is T1's rotates were slower. I mean, they couldn't possibly keep over-rotating because he would lose too much time. Their backup was later, and so T1 has to have a bit of a different idea, because unless that chamber gets the first kill, now one of the sites is starting to feel a lot weaker. The adjustment is events hold from Saya. If he exits, he's still got, you know, B having control. You still have the trademark, able to stop them coming up from vents. And just an immediate over-rotate from T1. Okay, has to use some of those bullets, wants to peek out, but it's a lot of steps he had to take to swing back out.
Yeah.
Toxins going up.
And he's just
Toxin screen
taken down. So we'll see him in the next round. And now Team Secret grouped up in this garage area, but now just gonna push out and maybe go towards A. We know that there's currently nobody here for the side of T1 on the A site.
Yeah, I mean, you have been waiting for a push out. You caught the chamber out in mid, and then you also saw the poison cloud coming out on impeccable timing. So Secret
30 seconds left.
going for the read that this has to be a weaker A side. They'll still try to check all their corners, it seems. Even checking the back of sight, and they will be correct on their guesses. The trips, the smokes all set up for the post plant. You still have ramps control. I mean, it's looking close to a flawless right now for Secret on this round.
Yeah, for now, we'll see if they can hold on to that. And will anyone peek in?
It's feeling like T1 wants to go to the spike here. I mean, maybe they were waiting for the Vandal to come by. Okay, that's the idea, but
yeah,
Trip's still there, unbeknownst to them.
Okay, I mean, that Vandal's going to get some value onto Jeremy here. Now the smoke coming up. They have Evan, and Stack's going to get Jesse Vash here. And looking to hunt a little bit more. But, yeah, they're just going to be able to get out.
Oh.
A couple of guys died at the spike. Able to hold on to the rifles that they do have, and it will be the round over to Team Secret.
Yeah, you still get an extra upgrade on the rifle, so you'll save those over. You know, eventually you're still going down to mostly going down to the spike. So T1 already cutting their losses short a little bit, but at the end of the day, it is a timeout called because while Saya had some incredible shots against Shenji, he is not given the opportunity. He's put into these positions where he's forced to have to swing out on bad timings, or, you know, sometimes it's just Jesse with a wide swing, but he has not been able to really take the initiative on the defensive side so far. See if T1 has an idea to set himself up for a bit more success. You know, as they try to wait to see for the operator to come out as well. Curious, yeah. I'm curious to see if it's a result of maybe just planting Saya a bit more forward, you know, either on B main or, you know, somewhere near A ramps, and then you start a maybe heavier push on the other side. You know, Sky somewhere near vents so they can provide backup one way or the other.
T1 took the timeout in the exact same spot. It was the same exact round structure. 2 rounds to Team Secret, 1 to T1, right, and then 2 more to Team Secret, and then the timeout. After that, T1 did take 2 rounds, but Team Secret fought back. So let's see how this one goes.
And the operator does finally come out, so that's going to change the dynamic of the setup quite a bit. For now, just holding in case it's a rush up mid, so T1 holding back since they called the timeout. But it's just a rush onto the A side. The Seeker's out as well, pushes Excura far back, and I don't know if he quite knows. Well, now he does that Jeremy's here.
Boy.
Jeremy stays alive.
Yeah, he tries to swing in there and get the other guy who's in the front and stacks the up-down. And Rossi as well to clean up Jeremy, who was very low on health. So T1 get that second round under their belt.
It's happening. It's deja vu. They're going to get the next round. Let me tell you, Rossi's going to get exactly 27 more kills on this map.
Oh, man.
I was sitting at 2 so far, but we'll see if T1 can get back into the swing of things. This was nasty from Stacks. And then Rossi seemingly well prepared for the push into screens, even though they weren't able to keep tabs on Jeremy.
Yeah, probably knew he was low at least, and was just able to gun him down pretty simply. And here's Saya, he's got that operator, and he is in vents.
And Stacks spamming that Trailblazer, plus the guiding light ping. If you're a Secret, you gotta imagine something is fishy. At the very least, it's a pinch on mid, right? So there's a bit of an investment. And they'll continue to smoke him off. They don't want to deal with whatever is hiding out in vents today.
Yeah.
Scout destroyed.
Well, some more sent into mid. And they're still sticking around there, Team Secret. They have 3 guys around this area. Hello. And he goes for it. That's Saya. And of course on the chamber, just able to get the pick off and TP back. Now Jeremy is going to get up into heaven. Has the rocket pulled down, but everybody is staying safe. Maybe in that corner. No, he's not going to get it, but Stack's still going to go down. And Jesse gets another one from up top, and Excurate able to pull around into heaven behind them.
And now the Euro Theft, they're going to wait for that second ping. Everybody is ready for the retake. You have an opportunity to make it a 3v2 on the plant, but they just don't have the distance yet. Tripwire is going to keep Izza at bay. So the remaining members have to make something happen from heaven. Trip cleared with the paint shells.
Oh, he's just jumping in.
That what?
Oh my God. He is going to be taken out, and the rest of the team does the work. Jesse Bash with 3 kills.
No more charges left.
You usually have someone else jump down to create an opening for the operator, but not if you're Saya. Saya player just leaps down and scopes in. Oh, still gets a kill there as well, but overall it's a good execute from Secret. Showstopper doesn't get the kill on Samus, but it does force him out of the corner.
One enemy remaining.
Nice little kill, bit by bit by bit, doing a little bit of damage, gets the headshot. And then follows up with his 3rd kill as well. Oh. Do have the ultimate popped here. And let's see how this one does go. He's in a similar spot, this time at male. The ping is in vents.
Yeah, no push out still. Now this, again, worked pretty well for Gen G at times, but right now Secret's also just waiting, which is actually making T1's defense weaker as time goes on. You know, you trade util for util, then you're just naturally going to have a numbers disadvantage on the defensive side. Jesse Vash not checking for the deep lurk.
It's pretty huge now, and he's even pushing out of there to get even more information as just gonna go right into the crosshair of Saya player.
And this is the execute stopped. I mean, they're trying to be crafty by cutting audio, but Rossi's ready for it, holds that off angle. Saya's good for another.
Flawless.
I mean, as soon as Jesse went down, you could tell Secret, they felt that they had to grasp at straws a bit. You lost your lurk, you know, your IGL's no longer there to get some extra information. You're just trying to sneak in, making it seem like, oh, we still have no idea where we're going, but T1, they already cleared A main. They could start to all focus just on one angle each.
Yeah. This as well, trying to go through the smoke, assuming that Saya wouldn't just stand in the smoke.
To be fair, most offers wouldn't be, right? It's a bit of a crazy spot to be holding. So credit to Saya player.
Especially because he can always just TP out of there if things get a little bit hairy. Now it's Excurate to try to push up here once again.
Yeah, it's easy to draw it out. Excurate's there for the trade. Can't quite chase through.
Okay, well, he's just gonna run the paranoia back up to the site as Jeremy trying to push into the ramps. Jesse Bash will get that kill. Oh, Jesse gonna shut down Izza's showstopper, but now Stacks does a little bit of damage, but he's not cleared out. Rossi gets that headshot.
Yeah, but do they expect the second lurk on to 2GE right now? No idea. Knife out, sprinted at full speed, and that about sums up the round. Stacks all alone, trying to fake them out, but they're still ready for it. Secret's not taking any chances.
Yeah. Right here to the left. And, well, they got a pretty good idea. And up top, yep, all 3 of them swinging at the same time. Nicely done from Team Secret. Gonna hit 6 rounds here from the attacker side of Split.
By going very slowly. I mean, what a take to try to fight against the chamber. Just don't give him the easy angles early on. Fish out for his information and then always go for a pinch onto either of the sites because they'll be weaker.
Nice one.
And overall, the reads have been pretty good from Jesse Vash on Secret and T1.
Nice one.
Already called that timeout. This again, it happened on Haven as well. See if they can crawl back in. This is exactly the same point where they got 3 in a row to round out the half.
Are you?
Wow.
A headshot too, just the 2-tap. And that's all it takes. So you were all set up in mid, you got your pit down, you're feeling very comfortable, and immediately it's just ripped away from you.
Yeah, just blasted the door right open on that pit. And that really weakened T1. They were hoping you could keep the pit up, reposition the operator somewhere else, maybe push out from one of the sides, really cut it up in half. Saya doesn't even land the shot there.
Well, trying to push out now. They got a couple members. Izzu
Spike down.
right
mid.
behind Stacks, and they stack up the kills.
A Secret, assuming that it's just going to be a weak hold on mid after the rendezvous out. They pay for that one. Spike down now. All angles covered, quite frankly.
And they just hold up here, and I mean, smoke up 2Gs.
30
We're gonna wait
seconds
for it to
left.
drop, and then maybe, okay, send another smoke here, allow him to go in, and you know what? If he does get in, 20 seconds left. That's another kill, 2G. Went on in. Invi does get taken out by Stacks. Stacks traded, and now he's just gonna run for it as Saya swaps over and taps him in the head.
Oh, man. And when that ops missed, I thought maybe there was a chance for 2GE. Ended up 8 kills so far in this half. But yeah, Izzu just holds, knowing that Stacks covering the wider swings. That is reactions right there.
Well, we know he can shoot.
Yes, that much has always been consistent for Saya player.
Yeah. And it doesn't change here in round 10.
Oh, they're going for, again, a bit of a bait and a switch here on B main.
Well, he's going to re-peek it, and he's out. Izzu also.
Now they definitely don't check. They
they're not
definitely
going to go. He holds it.
Spike
And
down
all
B.
3 go his way.
Izzu,
Guess
gila.
what? He has pushed all the way through. Seems like they will know about this, as he's going to send it back here in the alley.
Oh, well, nowhere for 2G to go.
He does have the judge, but yeah, it's just going to be Izzu to take him down for the 4th. Looking for the ace.
Yeah, there is still a minute, so you don't want to green.
There it is.
Oh, okay, well, you do what you want to do, Izzu, because you're hitting the shots. Or ace up the
Gila,
jam.
ace.
Going the way of T1. I was going to say, there's still a lot of time, but not if you shut down the round like that. I mean, this is just Oscar-worthy acting from Saya player. Going for the re-swing as he normally does. The ego peek with the operator. Then Izzu never letting go of the trigger.
That first shot, it looked like it hit him in the head, but either way, he gets the job done. And, you know, it's not the exact same round structure, but T1 are looking to claw it back to a 6-6. Here comes Jeremy, though. And he has the showstopper. Wild Oreo going to start it off with a kill. And the Seekers as well. Jeremy to send it in, and he will take down Excurate, who does trade the kill, and now hit as well. Team Secret utilizing whatever they've got left in the tank.
Yeah, 2G has to go big here. He just needs to stay alive, right? If he can draw attention or stay alive and hit them in the back, that is what matters. He correctly hides away from that boom bot. T1, they have an inkling, but they just don't have the leisure to check every corner. Paint shows.
Yeah. Trying to come on in right in the corner, actually. And he's gonna hear it. Takes him down, but now 2G from behind. Saya trades it and Stacks on the site to take one down. It's the 1v1. 17 health. And it goes the way of Jesse Bass. Just one taps him down.
Yeah, a lot of damage done on that first shot with the shorty, and that secures the lead for Secret. 7-5 on their attacking half of split. Going for a bit more of a traditional setup and a composition. And all it took was that one bot against Gen G, and Secret coming in very well prepared against the chamber pick of T1.
Looks like the score is incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, did we just imagine the last bunch of rounds?
I think we're going to see it adjusted here.
Yeah.
It happens every now and then.
Team Secret are in the lead, 7-5.
Yeah. On the stage, it does say it correctly. So, Secret now just needing 6 more rounds. They've won all the pistols so far today, and if they can continue that, then they're in very good position today. Philippines mentioned, as they often do when Secret's playing. I don't think there's any shortage of Filipino representation, both in chat and over here when we talk about him. As we've got some big Team Secret believers on our cast as well.
Yeah, makes sense. The crowd here, though, in Korea, they have been cheering for T1 to try to get this win. But Team Secret, the better team so far on this map. And it's looking like we might be heading towards Icebox, which would be very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Between these two squads.
Yeah, very curious how that one would pan out. And, I mean, on the defensive half, T1 not wanting to ever really push out for more information, really relying on, setting up kills for something like the chamber, using the chamber for the bait and switches. Made their defense very slow. We'll see if they remedy that here on the attack. Against Genji, it was a lot of Saya player digging deep into mid for some extra kills. As this is now just the norm for Cyphers, by the way. It's just diagonal trip wires that you just can't really clear from main.
Any long boy trap wires? It just looks like twice the length. And yeah, he's just gonna hold that by himself. We do have Envy here. Over in the tower. Just looking down. Saya with the quick tap to the head. Opens up this part of the map.
That's how it goes. Saya digs deep into mid, gets the kill. And T1 has an opening on the attack. Full control of mid. You have someone in A main on the lurk as well. Izza's just here to buy time, but the stun. Oh, okay. Staying alive is the most important part because that's what helps sell the fake a little bit one way or the other.
They're gonna shoot down the boombot and immediately go Vance. Look at this, 2G pushing out. And he's gonna tuck himself in. He hears a lot. The paranoia comes in though. And will they be ready for this? Absolutely not. Execute gonna go down. Headshot to the back. As he clears everything out. But they're on the site here. The plant will come in and Stax is gonna get that kill on a Wild Oreo.
It's a very important kill. Dwindles the numbers a bit, so that way he can still plant and still have a 3v3. Catches the hat of Cypher, but no kill yet.
Oh, the paranoia here from 2G. He has been the hero so far. He gets another couple of kills and Stax is just shooting it, but 2GE just going to live on 35 and wins another pistol round for Team Secret.
Oh, Sax knew that he didn't have much time. He was so low. And I think the panic coming in, not able to stabilize onto 2G, who's just doing whatever he can to stay alive through the reload. 2GE, he had a relatively quiet start in their very first map of Stage 2, but ever since then, he has been pulling his weight, hiding out in ramps.
One enemy remaining.
Guiding Light just getting past his waist, and man, how does he stay alive?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Yeah, I love the energy. The North American players, they say sit down. We got the Filipino players shouting what's up. A variety of taunts here at VCT Pacific.
Well, let's see what the plan is now. Team Secret, 4 pistol rounds today in 2 maps. Pretty incredible stuff. Not a bad idea to put this trap wire, maybe try to inhibit Saya's ability to totally take over. And this time, don't peek that angle.
Yeah, especially with a weapon advantage. Now, I'm curious if they'll use the same trip for all the rounds, just because if you're not ever really peeking it, you're not exactly having full control. I guess you do have Wild Oreo camping out at vents. Maybe you feel that that's enough. Oh, hello. He's actually going to get chased all the way down. They know exactly where he rendezvoused out to.
Yeah. Meanwhile, trying to slowly push in towards B, and they will make the cross, but Jesse's still on the back here with the stinger, and there's just no hope trying to go to the cage with the classic. Okay, Saya just hit the headshot.
30 seconds left.
Can Saya do the impossible? Not looking likely. He is being sprayed down, and that'll do it. 2GE picks up the ghost kill. Team Secret hit 9 rounds.
So far, it's looking like it's going to be a different story than it was over on Haven, as we now see T1 kind of give it their all on this one with a glass cannon operator for Saya player. He is only, he's still got 3 points to go for the tour de force, so it's not like he has a freebie on the next round.
Yeah, I think probably he's just really feeling himself right now. He's hitting some of these crazy shots, and I think he just wants to try to take a big risk and maybe try to pull this map back for the team, because right now Team Secret are dominating. Excurate in a bit of trouble as 2G gonna tuck himself in the corner. There's a lot of utility in the air. The spam gonna go down on the one-way as Wild Oreo will spam down stacks. Takes a bit of damage on his way out.
Yeah, but this is the bonus, so a 1-to-1 trade already not terrible for Secret, although normally on that defending side you would imagine that that's a lot rougher for you. Saya already holding all the way deep and discreet. Oh.
Here.
Jesse Vash is like, oh, well, never again. Won't tempt fate twice.
Yeah. And Jeremy is pushed. Oh, this is huge. Gonna take out Rossi. And upgrades as well. I mean,
bentar guys.
Lobs in the paint shells to push them back. Single-handedly holding on to the A site.
I mean, T1 is trapped. They don't really have anywhere to go. You still have Envy watching Heaven over here on the A side. You've still got Wild Oreo covering B Heaven. You got Trips on the
30
drops.
seconds left.
T1, you have an operator. You might need to consider the save here, but Izzy's going to see if he can open things up.
I mean, they get that corner kill. Jeremy on the site, but Izu is so good for it, and there's the snipe down from Saya. Wild Oreo, he's still got the Spectre, he's still making plays, but Saya to headhunt him down, and it pays off for T1. I mean, they bring the operator over. They do only keep 2 of them alive, though.
Yeah, but you got the operator, you got the round win. I think that's the most important aspect here. You can still get rifles for most of the players on T1, so you'll have the power to try to break through. It looks like maybe Snacks might have to have a bit of a weaker weapon. See what they prioritize, armor or weapon, right? Wow. Just always ready for another one. Okay, they're actually going to, get all rifles, just a couple half armors. They're 1 point away from the showstopper as well. So T1 knows that if they can win this round, the momentum suddenly starts to shift in their favor. They're going to have their power ultimates come by a little bit quicker on the cycle. And of course, the next round, Team Secret's Econ is going to be a bit messy.
Yeah, they do have to get through this round first. The cage is coming up, and Jesse is just going to back way up. He's like, all right, I mean, I don't necessarily have to take Saya in a 1v1 here. No reason to really. He's got his cam set up on A as the orb tapped by, actually collected by Izu.
Yeah, that's Showstopper online, and Secret has to imagine that that's the case. So Jeremy's looking for a bit of a close hold on to A, see if he can shut down the initial entry. But on B side, TGE kind of left all alone with just crossfire from Wild Oreo. This is both Cyber Cages used. I mean, Jesse Vash is just trying to buy time, but now he's out of options. A lot of his utility getting taken out. B main cleared from Secret. That should be the call that it's A, and it's up to Jeremy to try to shut down the launch in onto the site. He's ready for it, and he gets the shot onto Izu.
Yeah, pretty huge. Going to delay this push entirely. The spray as well, just to put in some more damage and delay this push. Jesse on the site, and there's only 14 seconds left. Jeremy's still holding it. The spray comes in, and they clear the site. Only Rossi to get the one, and Saya knows that it is doomed, and he will have to back away. Team Secret, they get the read, and they make it to A to defend.
What an amazing call for Jeremy to just say that this is my initiative, right? This is my mission, is to take down that showstopper, make sure it doesn't do damage. Lobs in the paint shells as well. And afterwards, if you shut down the Rays, you know that the backup, the second line of attack is going to be a lot slower. Your teammates then are able to flood in. So the goal here is, even if Jeremy dies, it's a 1-for-1 trade. There's no splash damage on the showstopper. And then you immediately flood the site. So you keep the numbers even, not ahead, like Secret just did.
10-6.
Yeah, absolutely. Team Secret in the driver's seat. Saya still somehow has his operator. after buying it in round 3 of the half.
It goes to show the power, though, right? Is that no matter what the rest of the weaponry looks like, the moment we see that operator still in his hand, it's like, well, maybe they do have a chance this round.
I mean, you never know. Especially with how aggressive he is. It's either going to fall flat and, you know, maybe he dies early, or maybe he gets a couple of pickoffs. And it's definitely more difficult to make it work here from the attacker side, but he's sticking to it. Team Secret, though. See if they get the read here on this push. Saya begging someone to peek him.
And the Trailblazer, I don't think it caught full vision of Saya, who's much further behind, but you knew that that was the main force, so Team Secret all got to be ready for this pinch onto B site. Envy shuts down the two-pronged attack.
Here.
Just 40 seconds. I mean, Secret could maybe even slowly loosen their control over A one by one if they wanted.
Stacks opening it up with the classic. But TGE is here, throws to the paranoia, and they've got the crossfire going. Rossi will go down, and Saya also going to go down. 4 kills to 2GE. The 11th round here for Team Secret.
T1's grasping at straws a little bit. I imagine it's a timeout. It has to be, because you don't want to let it get to map point. You're going to be able to F5s. You're going to be able to pull out the tour de force in this round, I believe. So T1 has the arsenal they want to make something happen. And if they are able to win from there, they can maybe even buy up another operator. There are options to consider. But what is the attack? You can't just always rely on Saya to get the opening kill. I mean, he's very good and he's relatively consistent on that front. But again, you're relying on one thing to try to win the round. That's not the way you want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And one last time out to try to get a chance to pull this one back. But Team Secret, they have 2 timeouts. They're sitting very comfortably here. They were able to get the slight advantage from the attacker side, 7 rounds there. And then pulling it over, we have seen T1 only take 1 round. So not quite the same thing as Rossi dropping 29. And definitely looking like a much different and Team Secret sided map this time.
Yeah, 2GE having a great game, 18-7 over a 2.0 KD as the Omen. Yeah, really just shows that he's been on cleanup for a couple of these rounds. All right, let's see. It's going to be the 4-man stack onto A with just 6 Skirit over on B. Just trying to put some fake pressure onto B main, but it's a quick takeover of ramp. So instead of trying to fight for mid, they want to try to take ramp's control, but then make an opening to have the option to rotate back through vents.
Let's see how they clean up in heaven.
Yeah, that tripwire is waiting for him. So is the camera.
Ya. Bisa dulu ya, guys.
Just held at ramps.
Ini nanti kalau menang, kalian enjoy aja ya. Kalau Team Secret menang, kalian enjoy aja,
he's got an operator of his own. He's going to shoot down Izza. That's going to spark the push out of T1. And they got to go through this obstacle course.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I don't think Jesse Vash has been clicking on and off from the camera because he's already outside of the site anyway, so they have no idea. Everyone's just spotted the pop play, and Saya gets the kill blind.
That he does, but it's immediately traded back here by Jesse Vash.
I've got
And so big advantage now to the side of Team Secret as the push will come in. It doesn't catch Jeremy, but he does drop the shot. The second one, though, will come through. And now the showstopper as well. Wait, what? Not able to get that thing out, and now Stacks picks up the kill, but they're being pushed here. 18 seconds. Everybody swinging at the same time. And it comes down to the taps, and Envy will put an end to the round. 12 here to the side of Team Secret.
I think Jeremy kind of goofed up the order with the blast packs, etc., and had a bit of a fumble on the keyboard. Makes him delay the showstopper a lot more. Can't quite choose his target. But it starts with a nice shot from him, though. They knew that they were trapped in ramps. So much information gained from Jesse Vash as well, along with Wild Oreo up in heaven. And while there was a bit of an oopsie from Jeremy, he buys enough time for everybody to make sure they're on site. So now Map point for Secret, trying to take a size box. T1, I mean, just holding on a safe default, spreading out the map, seeing if they can get an opening kill, but Secret has identified that as long as they don't give Saya a free opening, it's relatively safe for the rest of the round.
Certainly does help, although I thought he was about to push out there. That would have been very dangerous.
It's moments like these where you just let go of that focus just a bit and it starts to slip away. So Secret's going to have to make sure. And this time, another round where they choose to give up vents entirely.
Jesse, same spot. He's got his camera. He's just ready, hanging out. He's got his buddy 2G nearby. There is a push coming through mid and into vents.
It's going to be an A head from T1, but Secret, they're somewhat aware of this, right? They know of the possibility of this. Their goal is to just make sure to buy time on site by 2G. The paranoia should be very helpful on this front.
Definitely is. 2G already getting some damage in. And he's going to TP on the back here. He does not hit the shot, though. Stacks low on this one, killing some Seekers. Envy picks up a couple, though. And now it's only Izza who's left here on the site. The paint shell's right at him, and that's going to do it. 13-6. Team Secret force Icebox.
Just really well prepped against this chamber, knowing that it's always going to be on T1 to take the impetus to try to make something happen, attack or defense. When you have that chamber, you got to be able to find an angle to hit those shots, and Secret made sure to give him the minimal amount, shutting down this new look of T1 on their second map.
Yeah, huge map win here from Team Secret. We're going to go over to the analyst desk to break down this map.
Team Secret with...
Ya dong, Maximus konten. By the way, bentar ya, shot Izza dulu. Kalian enjoy aja.
There's a lot resting on Bellingham's shoulders.
Well, it's only the weight of the nation. Just like it's only expectations. It's only the next big thing. It's only making history. It's only the beginning.
Impressive. Not only is like Jeremy, you know, going in for these entries and everything, it's also like Jesse Vash with the setups, for example, and how Wild Oreo supports the team with 2GE on certain timings. Like, it works incredibly well when they are able to kind of outmaneuver and read how T1 plays.
Sorry, we're already discussing our guessing game results. Guys, get back to this game, the pro players game. Our game is less important.
Yeah. First of all,
I just saw it like on the
Jeremy with like the first kills, he has 4 right here, so that's a little teaser. But you know, 16 kills on top, that's the MVP. But 2GE had 20 kills overall as the controller.
Yeah, and again, this is exactly what I was mentioning. How, look at this, Team Secret pushes as a team. They use those smokes rather than to just kind of have set up plays, or well, it is set plays, but they try to isolate as many angles as possible. And 2GE is a master at, again, playing around those angles and what we saw, right? Sure, he's going to get caught like this because side player is just kind of nuts in those kind of situations, and Izza pockets himself in these kind of corners, but for the most part, if Secret are able to kind of adjust to these kind of, you know, pocket positions that T1 has in terms of the executes, it's looking pretty good. But the thing about T1 on this one that made me feel like T1 still kind of has this on the bag is just how much, I guess, raw firepower Izza was able to bring into this one. That being said, though, it was a close game up until we hit that second half.
Yeah, T1 has some adaptations here and there, but once you start seeing this second half go through and Team Secret starting to attack, that's when they really start to shine, right? I mean, the protocols and everything that they have, you know, Wild Oreo, sometimes even going in for some split plays and allowing for like 2G to lurk behind and sneak up behind, it creates so much pressure against T1, and they're sometimes like stuck and not really knowing what to do. And another factor that I just want to point out is the fact that in all of the maps today, even though like, you know, T1 won out on Haven, they lost every single pistol round. Like, this should not be, this is surprising for T1.
That's fair, definitely.
All right, well, we are gonna go to map 3, which I don't know how that's gonna play out. Well, you guys do. Before that, we were kind of a little excited about our guessing game results. We thought it was gonna be Saya player, and the audience picked Saya player as well, but it wasn't. Saya player. It was Jesse Vash with 4 kills. Saya got 3 first kills.
Yeah. So it was very close, to be fair. But
yeah. 1 kill up. It was Uncle Jesse. Have you guys ever heard of Family Matters? It was not Family Matters. There was an Uncle Jesse. The one with the twins. It was an old show.
I only know Jesse's girl.
Maybe William might know. He's old enough to know. I'm like seriously revealing our ages right now.
Not aware of.
Wow, that's just fast. Just bumping me down.
Oh my god, am I wood now?
Ooh, Wingman is down in iron. We are so bad as. Oh, you're gonna join me at the shrine.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
Welcome.
The second person
That's so
wood.
cute.
That is not cute at all, man. I don't want to get out. Leave Victoria in the
Why?
dust.
It's fun down here.
It's okay.
No.
You know,
own basket.
there's more wood to the fire
Brother,
right now. So
Yeah,
it's totally
little
fine.
like pebbles. Nice. Nice.
Oh my god.
Hang with me?
And the audience might join us soon.
Yeah, Wingman is gonna be there. Actually, let me move him here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're so bad, guys. You, me, you.
Everybody.
Where's Asarai?
All right.
I'm just
he's
uploading.
on
No,
top.
he's all right actually. Of course, this is Asarai. Yeah.
That's our Al-Qaid.
So yeah.
Will's
William
like, you're going
is
down. He's booing us. Hey, you're at gold, okay, Will? Oh, at least I'm not wood.
We're gonna be I don't know, wood rank. I think whoever hits Radiant should do push-up victory. Yeah, I'm never gonna hit Radiant. All right, we're going to Icebox. Secret is decent at Icebox. Historically, since last year, they're good at Icebox. T1, I don't know how this is really gonna go here. They haven't shown too much of this. How are you guys feeling? Actually, Quack, now that you've seen how all of this is played out, you were thinking to change your prediction early on because of Asarai's case for it. How do you feel now?
I am on the fence. This is, I was still believing in T1, but after that split, I'm starting to have some doubts. It's a little bit questionable how the T1 might play this Icebox, given, the lapse in time and everything. But at the same time, I can see why they would want to relegate, Lotus for Icebox. That's the choice that they made. But given how the strategies will play out, given how their compositions might play out, I am not so sure if they have what it takes to win out in some of these gunfights against Team Secret. Team Secret, they've got a lot of experience on this map. They have a lot of ideas as to how they want to, approach this map. And T1, like even with stacks in, even with Rossi performing pretty darn well today, I don't know if that firepower is going to be enough for them to out-strategize Team Secret.
Okay, so I'm just looking at this from what happened in the recent Icebox matches for both teams. We know Team Secret, this was actually the map that I think everybody feared with Team Secret, right? When they faced Paper Rex, it was like, Team Secret, got in the bag, and they were able to win that. And for specifically for T1 here, specifically for T1 here, yes, we're in the specific region. No, I'm kidding.
Silly mood.
This was the map where they were able to beat, I believe, G2 during Shanghai, even at least in that one map. I think it was 13-1, where they put Izzu on the Reyna, but it didn't do so well. But Rossi was the one that was top fracking. So these are the kind of maps where I felt like the non-duelists or the non-duelist players of T1 can really shine, which is going to be good because it's always the second contact that I think has the most impact on Icebox, where you feel, again, the isolation on that map, so on and so forth. So I feel like still going to be a close game coming into this map 3.
Do you think there's a potential for, agent swaps? Considering, again, this is the first week we're seeing them play on the new patch.
I would kind of hope that there would have to be, because I don't know how much value, certain agents like Reyna would provide for T1, unless like that's the only reason why you would want to have a Reyna, is that Izza will have to find these frags and pop off, or at least find some value off of the Leer, and Reyna with a speed boost a little bit on the dismiss. But it's not something that really enables the whole team, and especially against a team like Team Secret, you need these set plays and executes in order to break down their defenses, especially when they have such a valuable player like Wild Oreo right now.
I am just looking at maybe you're looking at me.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to know what you thought about the new agents and the patches. If you had any opinions.
There's
on
a chance maybe for Izza to bring out the ISO. That's what I'm thinking about right now. You don't want to change Rossi where he is, so there you go.
Okay, there we go. Let's see what they're actually gonna pick. I would love to see Wild Oreo actually on one of the newer agents.
Oh, there it is. Called it. That's right.
Yeah. So the thing is, it's a duelist harbor in a way. You have a shield that can't get blocked. It plays like the Cascade. You get into the site a lot safer. And when you're gonna try to play the post play where you're attacking or defending, that kill contract is very good. And of course the shield also very good. It's just going for massive contact, which again is the playstyle T1 on this map.
Possible counters for Team Secret, right, with 2GE on that Viper, but at the same time, you've got Wild Oreo on the get-go now, so double initiator to set Jeremy up. Can Team Secret still manage to cross the finishing line here?
All right, a return to the Arctic of Icebox. Let's go over to our casters for the very last game of today.
Thank you, guys. We'll take it from here. The Icebox coming out for Team Secret against T1. And, the first map, 13-10. T1 did get the victory, but then a 13-6 domination from Team Secret on the second map. So, certainly feels like Team Secret should have the momentum behind them, but let's see what happens here.
Yeah, obviously the ISO, it's given, teams trouble whenever they've had to face it so far here in Stage 2. Seen it a handful of times in Pacific so far this weekend, the first weekend we get to see it. I'm glad Astray got to touch on this because we were talking about it a little bit and hoping to see the ISO. Well, Asaya gets a nice kill because it's a nice slot in for the Reyna, right? A lot of ways you still have the same agency to kind of snowball the duels, but you're a bit safer because you can pop the shield before rather than only after. And then we'll see if it comes into play, as it's going to be a 4v4 fight here on the A site.
There's a lot of pressure here already.
For the shield.
T1, yeah, Jeremy is getting in there. Oh, he's just dying!
To their own nano swarm, mind you.
Yeah, well, yeah, T1 will take it from here. That's going to be the first round, and T1, you know what? They finally got a pistol round win.
Yeah, it took a little while.
They figured it out.
Only got all the way to the third map.
You just need one of the enemies to just die to one of the enemies.
That was the trick. Yeah. I mean, once you hear that shield, it's like, well, I can't stick around here because that's a bad fight. He's just trying to get out of it. Doesn't want to show his back. And that's a rough one. Obviously, the stats we show, it's just from VCT Pacific, but you should note that the same Reyna composition, they changed who was playing what, and Izza was playing the Reyna over in Master Shanghai, and that was the one where they had an absolute 13-1 domination against G2. They eventually lost the match, but T1, they've tinkered with similar ideas. That time it wasn't the double flashes like they have now, as Saya in home ground with the Marshall. Just as he likes it.
Yeah. The push is coming in. Saya going to swing around as his teammates help him out. Third kill comes in for him. So that'll be a clean second round here for T1. Flawless.
Yeah. The snowball may have already started. I mean, we saw Izzu pushing out and able to put a lot of pressure against the lurk of Jesse Vash. Sure, again, it's the eco, but
target down.
I mean, we know why Reynas often get picked here on this map. You have a lot of room to work with around pipes. You can really be a little bit suppressing there against your opponents, and ISO's gonna be the same way. If anything, he has some more tools with things like the undercut to help push them back.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how this next round does go. We do see, you know, Vandal, Phantom picked up, Rossi and Excurate. They did save their money. They had Ghost in the last one. As now, over the top, Izzu trying to get in there with that shield.
Yeah, used 2 flashes as well, but they just tuck in behind the box. So T1's gonna have to back out. Now Secret's gonna have to keep an eye on the timer, because for now, until this week, until basically this map here in Pacific, that is gonna be lasting for 20 seconds. So it's a lot of respect that Secret has to give.
Yeah. Till the next patch. Here comes Wild Oreo. Jeremy also pushing on in. Well, the toxic screen does come up. T1 in position. Behind on the back of the site here. They've got 4 members. Also the chamber all the way pushed out. Jeremy gonna be spotted. Some spam coming through, and Excurate does clean it up. They know where Oreo is. He's gonna go down as well. As, Rossi does get taken out. Nice shot from Invi as now swinging the corner. That's not working out, but 2G gonna win his duel. Stacks gets the couple of Guardian headshots on 22 health. And that is going to be 2GE to clean him up. Picks up the spike and will be able to get this plant.
Already a very successful bonus round for T1, but if Saya player can do it, it would be immense to win the bonus round off with a pistol as well. Oh, no, they saw each other. Oh, man. For whatever reason, I was scared for 2GE. Like, everything on paper pointed to 2G's victory there, and I was still scared for him. Just because it was Saya player bringing out the headhunter, but 2GE has been quite clutch today for Secret.
Really, Invi just did a lot of work there. He also was able to give a chance over to the side of 2GE as, very nice correction. 2GE bringing over that success from Split. Here to help out his team. Saya had an operator.
Yeah, decides to downgrade. Looking at the economic situation, it seems, of Team Secret, as we do have 4 members with half armor. So he's going to find a lot of value. Going to run into the lurk, and 2GE bests him again! 2 times in a row. That really disrupts the hold already, because T1 was looking to kind of pinch in and basically force him to fight the ISO over here on pipes.
Yeah. Well, that's the Outlaw gone. And very nice start here to the round for the side of Team Secret. Looks like Rossi is going to just leave Izu on A. As we know, there's still 4 guys looking to push into the A site. And only 2GE here just pushing on in by his lonesome.
They haven't heard anything from 2G. 2G hears Stacks, but he's going to get spotted now. Do they know how close he is, though? I believe Izu also getting tagged over on the A site. See if he can hold for long enough. His ability should come right back up. Does he activate the double tap? There it is. Shield online for the ISO as 2G does finally get taken down. Jeremy's already on top, though. And Izu just gets broken right through. It's just too many people.
Yeah. Wild Oreo kind of insane to hop up and immediately correct. Hit the double heads. Here's Stacks around the left side. Wild Oreo looking for this as around the right side his teammates, but does get cleaned up by both Wild Oreo and Invi. And a very clean round over to the side of Team Secret.
So Secret stabilizing quite confidently, and that's going to force T1 into a bad eco. See if they buy anything up. Obviously, the sooner you get the operator, the more powerful Site's going to be. Yeah, that kill on Izu was huge.
No snowball here on Icebox. Doesn't make any sense, but yeah, he's not able to get anything going if he's just going to be shut down in that manner. And over the top, Invi just going to throw in the flash point, and immediately Jeremy going to open it up here on Izu.
I mean, the ISO getting shut down always so early. This is rough, and we can probably start to draw some comparisons to how Talon played it with the ISO here, but they did play it with the Clove, right? So, I mean, Coach Ewok talked about it a little bit in their pre-match interview earlier today, how what really threw them off was it's 2 agents that, you know, basically can start to ignore the 50-50s a bit. They take better advantages even in those tougher fights, and that there's a lot of angles for that here on Icebox. But right now, T1, they're basically still playing like they're playing with Arena. They're still looking for setups with the double flashes. Now they're playing with a man down. All the util dumped from both sides. The 0 point will deny the Nano Swarm early. Finally gets activated at the back.
Yeah. Aldorio delayed, but they're still here. Jesse gets one. Nice sheriff shot from Excurate as now trying to push into them, but they do just get absolutely wiped up here on the A side. Team Secret take the lead. And yeah, just trying to be a little bit tricky with it, you know, trying to get in their face with that Sheriff was executed after that first kill, but doesn't amount to too much, and Team Secret with a big firepower advantage take down the round.
Yeah, see if there's any changes here from how the ISO is piloted, because out in Shanghai, Izza was playing the Reyna to perfection. But right now, he's playing a little cautious. They're always trying to wait for extra investment in the setup with the flashes, the dizzy, you know, the flash drives, things like that. But one of the advantages of ISO is that you can kind of do that on your own. You can start to really be oppressive. There you go. Use the double tap. And that's how you start to win fights. And even if he doesn't get the kills, you want to put that early pressure down. He does get traded eventually on his exit.
Yeah, it's pretty massive. I mean, Jeremy is the one that does go down, but with these two out of the picture on A, I mean, they've got 2G here on the lurk once again, and the rest of the team just trying to go A.
These lurks are so fast, too, from 2GE. I mean, he's always so far ahead of T1. Oh, the trash. Oh, he's going to have to be pushed out. Now, what about Rossi?
Hello. Welcome. I'm back again.
They know about that. Rossi's going to get another, and now 2GE, the lurk, comes in and picks out stacks. Just in the middle of the map.
Everyone's so spread out apart. I mean, no matter who runs into who, it's going to have to be 1v1 duels that you have to win. Eventually, Secret should be able to group up together. 2G is just going to watch to make sure that Envy can make the cross. Secret will be the first person they run into.
30 seconds left.
He's going to exit on purpose. He's just going to say if they plant, they plant. But I want to stay alive. I want to make sure that we have an extra angle to work with on the retake.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
That's, yeah.
Hello, old friend.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, that's the plant. Gets it down. And that's very important.
Yes.
We're holding on to this.
You do have the thrash, but Rossi's so far away, he has to sprint over. You know that it's clear, so he's going to be able to go full speed. But where do you use it from? So Xcurit's trying to create some space, right? Get on top of the ropes early.
D.
A little bit of damage, but it is still the kill going over to 2GE. This is not easy. As the tap on the spike, and Saya does get the kill. He's going to have to try to hold it, but yeah, easy cleanup here for 2GE. Excellently played in the 2v3 with this pit on top of B.
Yeah, it's so tough when that happens, when the pit comes out from kitchen. Because if it's planted up there on top of the ropes, it's just so open, right? Even channeling anything like the thrash, etc., can feel a little tough. Especially when Xcurit's not there to cover you. And it all starts to fall apart. What a call from Secret, the two remaining guys. The absolute best chance they had. 2GE continues to be the hero here for Team Secret.
Yeah.
7-3.
He has been the big man on campus ever since, I'd say, you know, the beginning of Split, maybe halfway through Split, really started to turn it on. And he's just been on the roam. He's just doing his own thing. The rest of the team is just going A every time. He's like, okay, new lurk, new angle. What am I doing this time?
Yeah.
Which funky trade am I taking?
Yeah, and so trying to counteract that T1 this time, it's going to be Saya player pushing far out with the tour de force. But like you said, it's a switch up from 2GE. And they're very well aware that there could be an angle still taken because of that early tour de force shot. Oh, man, you're not as safe as you think you are. Oh, wow. Well, gets attacked through the wall.
Yeah, and now it's just Jesse Vest by himself here. He should have seen that barrel, but yeah, he's going to go down to Rossi. He's the only one there. And now this real push is coming on in. Nice tag onto the Dizzy. And trying to turn the corner here, Jeremy. Nice shot down onto Xcurit. And the plan to come out from the wingman. So now Team Secret, yeah, they lost Jesse, but they have a nice setup here on the B side.
You do have the kill contract. You have the thrash as well. 2 ways to take people out of the fight, making an advantage. There is a kill contract.
I really got T1. And okay, T1, a couple of shots to come through. And this ISO just tanking it up. Oreo just by himself trying to hold on, but they hold the defuse with the wingman. And T1, they get in and take a 3rd round.
Yeah, so the kill contract, like you said, I don't think it caught anybody, but he is basically, that means that it's all clear close range, right? So you know they're all holding somewhere on yellow, somewhere on green. You can start to approach a lot safer. They're all lined up. And Izza just starts to continue to charge forward. There you go, trying to see, was it an op? You know, no, it's tour de force, all right? T1 running through all the information, and amidst all of that, Rossi trying to bring the energy up. But for now, the timeout to really try to reorganize.
Yeah, I thought they would have called a timeout actually after the last round because it was 4 in a row to the side of Team Secret, but they hold off on it until after they won, and you know, it's a lot of information given in the first 7 rounds, you know, first 5 or 4 or 5, you know, rifle v rifle kind of standard rounds. So they're going to pull the trigger on it pretty early once again and send over that wonderful information, whatever they have in that coaching booth.
Yeah, it's probably something that they'll want to talk about is, first of all, 2G's lurks, right? Who's really going to keep their eye out for that, since you don't have a traditional sentinel in, you know, the Killjoy or even sometimes the Cypher. And then second of all, I mean, Excurit sometimes getting caught out alone, as he's often tasked with holding the anchor here on the B site. So maybe reassessing, how do you make sure that Excurit can also have a much safer position to hold based on his teammates' positions? Okay, op here for Jesse Vash. This is Secret's answer to the chamber.
Yeah. He's holding it. Izza actually the one to pop down and see what he can see. Tap the turret a little bit.
Then there is an interesting dynamic there where the double tap on ISO is a great counter to the op, but so is the Killjoy turret to the shield. Yeah. So Izza not going to spend that early. Wants to hold on to it for a better timing. But we've seen several rounds where he's holding on to it for too long before he gets taken out.
Hey, nice stop on the Busy. Here comes the shield. The double tap. Izza looking for a trade. Team Secret backing up quite a little bit.
Yeah, they heard it. They don't want to fight it right now. I mean, there's just too many angles that you have to clear. There's the fragment to take out the shield, and Secret is so well prepared for this ISO. I mean, they always have either extra members, extra util to make sure that Izza cannot fight alone.
Yeah, actually perfect. And yeah, I mean, that's the end of that shield. They try to send in the Thrash into A, but here's 2G once again, and Saya, he's looking at the window, but not able to hit the shot. Wild Oreo trades one back here, the tap on the spike, but they have it cleared up right now as they knock down stacks, and they just have the crossfire. I mean, T1 are coming in one by one, and they are not finding anything.
Well, Saya will find one, but yeah, he's so concerned about 2GE.
Last player standing.
Little does he know, 2G is waiting for his exit right around Boiler.
Yeah, they're looking for him, hunting, and the shot is going to sail wide into the sky. 2GE also the one to take him down just to add that little bit of extra bite. It's like, okay, that guy I was really worried about, he's the one who got me on the kill feed. Does not feel good for him, and 2GE once again. Take a look at this, okay. Just knocks him down.
Secret kayaknya comeback nih.
Johnson gets the job done.
Yeah, and 2GE just has Saya player's number. This chamber just cannot create space for his teammates on the defensive side because the enemy Viper is lurking, sneaking around. Just making sure that Saya player has to have his eyes on like all parts of the map at all times. Yeah. Izza having to get pushed back once again with the 0 point. You know that shield's not coming up for the next 8 seconds, so you can start to hold a little bit closer. And T1 probably wishing that maybe they could have shown the ISO first. I mean, who knows? Maybe Secret. They did have some practice with it, depending on who they've been scrimming. But
yeah.
That's a nice first kill. Stax just trying to poke his head out, see what he can see, but he just gets taken down by a Phantom. Meanwhile, we do see that 2G was holding a very long angle way back in the spawn, just making sure that he doesn't get caught off guard by some weird kind of, you know, like a stinger, which we do see Rossi actually has. He is on the A site, as we know. As here, coming in onto the A site, they go, holding close. There it is. Envy is going to take him down.
Yeah, massive dizzy as well, so you know that there were 2 people in the site. One's already down. They're ready for at least one more. Secret, hear the shield. They want to bait him out, and Jeremy's just cleaning out for the time being. Takes the shield out first, then readjusts for the headshot. Izzu cannot catch a break on the ISO today.
Yeah, you can tell these players just in general, they are like just so locked in against this ISO. They know exactly how to deal with it. They have dealt with it so many times just in practice, you would imagine. So
I mean, it's insane. Just the difference it makes to see a team who I have to assume have had experience playing against this in scrims, or maybe just so much in ranked, who knows?
Yeah.
But as a team, they're ready for it, and even as individuals, they're understanding that you can't just go for the one taps against the ISO. You always have to be ready for the the readjust, the spray down. Cycler gets taken out as well. So the ISO's not having the impact you're expecting. Now, one thing T1 can take away from this is that Secret always has to invest extra to take the ISO out. But unfortunately for them, 2GE is ahead of them on the other side of the map. So it's not like they can start to really push far forward for the early flanks or anything like that, because now they're conditioned to be afraid of 2G's lurk in return.
Yeah. It's a lot to deal with. This attacker side of Icebox for Team Secret is just so impressive. I mean, it is so suffocating to deal with. And T1 have not really found a good way to deal with it. They got that pistol round, and then they got the follow-up round. Since then, it's been 1.
Yeah.
And even that round was a bit iffy, you know, had to go for the retake over on B. And then after that, you know, Team Secret were like, okay, enough of that B nonsense. This is A every single round.
So far, it's been going very smoothly for them. I mean, even that round, if you really look at it, I would say that Team Secret looking better on the map play, but the retake was ready by T1. Izzu just trying to not back away from the 0 point. They want to try to push right back out. A bit of an adjustment. Try to fight fire with fire.
There were 4 people, yeah. And, okay, Izzu, there it is, the 2-tap.
And he knows that 2G is here somewhere. But the Poison Cloud's actually going to distract him a little bit. Side player finally finds the kill. Meanwhile, the A side, Envy going to get shut down right away. Only 1 kill. And T1 may have finally found an answer to force Secret to show a bit more here on the attacking side.
Oh, okay, there's the flash. Rossi out the back, but he is going to be taken out. Executor does trade it back, and Stacks finishes it off. So T1 finally back on the board as they are able to handle this pressure on A.
Yeah, you get to still keep the operator as well. So something that was really well done across the map was basically you're holding the trademark close on yellow, and Saya's only job is to see if 2G ever lurks through B site. You hold on pipes. You're basically, the reason they were trying to fight them, or at least push them off and make sure that Secret doesn't have free reign, is that would force 2G to try to create some room. And Saya was ready for it.
You heard Rossi trying to pump them up. Here comes Izzu aggressively, and he does take down 1, but with a couple of guys, they are able to burst through the ISO. And now advantage to Team Secret once again, and 2G's with them. It's just, you know, we're playing with one site. We're just going this way.
Oh, yeah!
The number advantage. Oh, saw the flash drive a little late. Ooh,
nice shot there from Zaya, but immediately traded back to the wall. The detain as well. Stacks does take down Envy, but immediately does have to re-peek into 2 people. And that will be Team Secret again to confirm their lead here in the half, 7-4.
Yeah, something that Secret's doing really well here is that the chamber is actually so well built to hold off against multiple people, right? You get one shot, you rendezvous out, you reposition. But the ISO is usually best to fight those 1v1s, or, you know, if it's maybe a crossfire, you can try to jiggle in, take the 50-50 on one side with the shield, and then reposition. But what they're doing is they're basically overpowering the ISO, and he's just not able to find too much value. I mean, imagine if the chamber and ISO had changed positions, things might have been different. Now that's, you know, it kind of goes against the logic of why you picked the competition. But there's a kill contact, does take somebody away from the fight. Meanwhile, here in the main line, We'll see. We'll keep an eye
Comeback
out.
nih Team
He's gonna lose that
Secret.
1v1 duel, and Jeremy, he's also going to lose, though, so no entry into the site.
Yeah. No entry into the site. This Viper just, X-Skirt just staying safe up against the wall. Some spam coming down, but it's not happening. It's not, it's not an A hit. Finally, as they will be forced to move over to B. And they're going pretty quickly. I mean, we have Saya that's kind of in the middle here in Kitchen and will be ready, but they're getting into B pretty quickly.
Trademark, not cleared yet, but the wingman doesn't quite care about that. Oh, well, they take one down, but do they expect 2GE to still be there? I think Xcurit should have tabs on the fact that one guy was still late trying to fight him in the pit. Oh, Xcurit's fishy. He senses something's fishy, but he just doesn't have the leisure.
Yeah. And eventually, he's checking back. I mean,
he's trying to bait him in.
Yeah. But now the timing on this is very good for the side of 2GE, who is running in behind them. Envy also going to help out with a headshot. Wild Oreo gets one of his own, gets two. And meanwhile, coming in from behind. Xcurit, though, is cleaning them up, but it's 2GE right at the end. The very, 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 very long lurk to come in and get that last round for Team Secret.
Yeah, the patience from 2GE, just full faith that the mechanics of Envy and Wild Oreo will carry them forward, which it absolutely did in that post plant. I mean, everyone playing their role to close to perfection on the side of Team Secret. A great read against the ISO pick here from T1. You gotta imagine that they're feeling good about it. Getting one step closer here to wrapping it up. The Philippines, not just getting mentioned, but perhaps taking the spotlight tonight as we take a look at their past records having an effect on the scoreline so far, and the calculations absolutely favoring Secret in the upcoming half on their defense.
Yeah, not too surprising. I mean, even from Split, where they dominated 13-6, now we come over to Icebox. It's a very dominant first half where it was very Team Secret. You know, they go into the A site multiple times. They're winning in a bunch of those duels. The ISO is really just entirely handled. Unfortunately for Izzu, I mean, he has not found much luck at all. As we do see the duel, it's just...
I mean, did you really have to show?
Yeah, I was curious what happened.
I was a little curious, but as soon as it's the ISO that goes down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we gotta catch all the ultimates. That's true. The 1v1s. Who knows how much longer we have to see ISO on the first team.
Especially if it's not working on this patch.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It hasn't been as dominant as some people are afraid it would be. I mean, it's still a menace. I think it still has huge impact.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like single-handedly just hard carrying every time just off of the frags.
Let's see what he does here on the attacker side. How much value he can get. And here they go, you know, there's a lot of close angles here, but, oh, okay, Stack's gonna just light him up, but Envy trades it back, down goes the ISO.
Well,
and they back out of here.
Yeah, and the Toxic screen comes up, allows for a bit of repositioning for Secret as well. Xcurit trying to do his best 2G cosplay out in mid, but we'll see if they even get enough rounds to really start that mental conditioning.
Yeah, that is a good question. This pistol, it's 4-1 in pistol rounds in favor of Team Secret tonight.
Team Secret comeback nih, guys.
Hang and suppressed, you know, like Team Secret are ready for this, but grouping up, going in together.
Wild Oreo, I mean, he starts things off, and at the end of the day, T1 was hoping that, oh, hold on, round might not be over. Stacks right back up to 100 after the decay, but it's a double, there was a world. There was a world.
Yeah.
Stacks still remained alive, but at the end of the day, T1, not many options, right? You didn't really get too much space out in mid, so you decide to just hold, draw out the util, you draw out the 0 point, you make it look like you're exiting, and you're hoping that that weakens it. Oh. Yeah, quick shots on both of them. The KO's going rampant here in this round.
Yeah, and Wild Oreo, he's kind of the hero there at the end. A couple of headshots, lines it up, also denies the plant. And yeah, you know, as you mentioned, T1 kind of forced into that, and Team Secret were ready for it. And they hold that pressure with flying colors.
Yeah, 2GE, you know, off of the 0-point support from Envy. They do spot Saya on the lurk. And this is a big difference. It's not just 2GE knowing how to fight the lurk alone, but it's also the Killjoy Yuta can be so spread out. Not many options. Wild Oreo double guessing himself a bit, it seems.
Yeah.
But Envy's there for the trade.
Nicely done by Envy. I like how he just dropped down, repositioned himself. He's like, well, what if he comes in just straight on and I got to cover like the up-down? That's not good. I'm just going to go down to the ground. Handles it very well.
All up Stacks and Envy. Or, sorry, Stacks and Saya player. Stacks takes out Envy.
Here.
It was up to Envy, but now it's not. Stacks, nice shot. He's got a Bulldog now.
I mean, this is entirely doable.
Absolutely. But 2v2 here, coming on in. Stacks gonna spot Jesse. He also spots Saya. Stacks and Saya come together, and they get the Thrifty, and they keep the hopes alive of T1.
Two long-time veteran Korean players here on the T1 squad, bringing back some hope with a Thrifty. A huge round for T1. I mean, this is just clean, and I love that Stacks basically keeps juggling the aggro to allow for Saya to start to get the wraparound. As soon as they see the Killjoy, Jesse Vash, Saya knows that he can swing out further to try to cut off the second person they saw as screens. It's good teamwork from the duo. See if they can carry that momentum forward. Outlaw for the economic advantage.
Oh, hello. Wingman right there. Saya with the Outlaw. Stacks around the corner. Takes out 2GE. Trying to be tricky once again on that close angle. The double tap still available. ST1 charge in towards the B site. We have Jeremy coming in from behind, but he's just going to join up, and Executor and Rossi get a kill apiece. And Jeremy's got a classic against 5 people.
You might be a great player. Well, now he's spotted.
Oh boy.
There's the flash. Yeah, they really are trying to pile on all the ult points to Izza. He got the orb, he got the plant, they even fed him the last kill. One away from the kill contract. They seem to have something prepared with that to open up the sites, right? Maybe identify which side's stronger and then go to the other side, take out the anchor with the kill contract. Immediately you get the spike plant. There's a... Go B again. We heard your strats.
We heard it. Oh no, leaked. Hashtag leaked. Oh no.
Well, we'll see. They are going to have their operator as well. An upgrade here on the side of T1. They purposely wait for the 0 point as well. I mean, Secret, they try to get ahead of it with their own read, but now the counter is 0 point. We'll slow things down. No kill contract yet, so Jeremy is not going to get taken away. I feel like that's something that T1 is gunning for, is once the operator comes out, you want to just isolate them into a 1v1 and then really start to flood the site.
Comeback, Team Secret, yakin.
Well, this is a quick rotation over to A, so they did go B again, but then immediately came back to A. We did see 3 members of Team Secret over by B, expecting it, but will they be ready for this push?
Yeah, this is an incredible read from T1. A little bit of damage on to Izza. No more shield. It's been taken out. They still get the kills.
Yeah, immediately. Oh, Izza! He's online.
Show me a target.
He's got the double tap. Got it back again. Dizzy. Also, no chance for the Dizzy. And they're just running away.
Yeah, you got to save. You have that operator. I mean, you don't have anywhere close to the credits to rebuy that, and the gap is not as big as you had hoped. It's going to be a 9-7 after this round. And in the blink of an eye, it could become a tied map. So Izza waking up a little bit more here on the attacking side. Now
so easy, man.
That's something that Secret has to worry about. I mean, I wonder, is it even worth kind of double stacking with the operator, always making sure there's someone in front of him just to make sure someone else gets taken away into that 1v1?
This is getting very interesting. I thought that Team Secret, you know, after split, coming into this map, dominating the attacker side, 8 rounds. I thought maybe it was a done deal, but T1 making a big comeback now.
Let's make a plan.
All of a sudden,
Execute.
take down round 16 with 3 in a row. Izza just coming up huge here.
They saved up, guys. Good job.
Yeah, there you go. All the comms here from T1 as well. I mean, Rossi is really doing his darnest to keep everyone's head in the game, and it shows. You got no command and kill contract. Envy's got his no command as well for a counter. And you do have 2GE here with the operator. He's holding closer. Secret might have a read. Wanting to make sure the operator can be still alive to stop the push.
It's you and me.
Oh,
there it is. It's the Viper that gets taken away.
I love this.
Oh,
and Izza's gonna win it. And now, coming around the corner, Rossi able to do a little bit of damage there. Jeremy on the back of the site here.
Got him.
Oh, that's a shutdown. Spike's still not planned yet. Not quite the opening that T1's looking for. Double tap runs out as well. So Izza not able to just kind of go in and tank it for his team.
Setidaknya T1 masih bisa ngejar ini.
Oh, that 0 point's going to get so much information. Viper and the ISO tag.
And they're just waiting for someone to peek it and try to confirm, but nobody has just yet on the side of Team Secret, and they're still here.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 members. There you go. Now the screen comes up. Secret knew that it would have been close.
Well, the Dizzy and Flash and Jeremy and Envy get a kill apiece. Wild Oreo gets one for himself. Rossi all alone. He gets wiped up, and Jesse gets one too. That is going to be the round over to Team Secret as they get back on the board.
Yeah, this is just a mega hard read from Secret, knowing that what you're going to do is you're going to try to ping for the operator. As soon as it gets pinged, it's the ISO ultimate to isolate, and then you just all try to flood onto the site.
Here.
But what T1 didn't account for is they tag 2 people, and it's a Viper that they get. Sure, you get the kill, but you know that the op is still there. I mean, Envy does such a good job to assist Jeremy in just holding the line. The spike plant doesn't happen, and by that point, Secret, they decide to join the game of chicken, neither of them budging away from that B site.
Yeah. They just held fast, waited for them to commit, and then they were so ready. They got in so quickly. Oh, that's a wall and a half. Jeremy, though, he sticks it and waits for somebody to peek this corner.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeremy's insane. There's no other way to put it.
Oh, but he spotted. And Jeremy just kind of walks it off.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too deep into that corner, so it doesn't actually go through early enough. Jeremy only takes a pinch right at the end. And the lurks, much weaker for T1. They can't rely on that this round. Spirit's been taken out.
There's double tap, also gonna stop the grenade from doing any damage to him, and he's just waiting here on the site, opening it up, but he gets taken out. There's too many members of Team Secret. 2GE gonna get it in. Even the shorty kill and stacks gets detained. It is a flawless for Team Secret.
Great reads from Secret, knowing that sure, you might have double flash, but you don't have a dive, so it's never going to be as explosive as it normally would be with something like a Jet or a Neon or anything like that. So you just wait. I mean, even with the ISO, sometimes you know that they're going to come in with the shield, so you wait for the sound cue.
Wow.
Basically, all they're doing is to make sure that T1 has to spend util early. That gives you time to also position for the flood. And then you just wait for the cooldowns. I mean, that's been the read from Secret a couple rounds in a row. So T1, in their timeout, how do they remedy this? A good way would have been, some more aggressive lurks, but the opponent has a killjoy on top of the Viper, and 2GE knows exactly how the lurks work here on Icebox. Xcurit hasn't caught a break yet.
Yeah, 2GE just big thorn in their side. They could never take out. It's grown into the skin. It's part of them now. It's really rough. And you see some frustrated faces, but they're trying to figure it out for one last push. It's not over just yet, but certainly Team Secret are feeling very comfortable here. It's a similar situation. They haven't taken a timeout. They're in the lead pretty heavily, just like at the end of Split. And yeah, I mean, the beginning here of the second half was looking pretty good for T1, but Team Secret have stabilized.
And now, got an operator back in the hands of Saya player.
Here.
Has to be a big round. I mean, they'll still have some credits to work with. Mostly good buys, a couple maybe half armors, but at the end of the day, you do not want to give match point to Secret. T1 so much riding on this match.
Oh. That's always the very troll moment. It's like, oh boy. Well, Wild Oreo will get the job done instead. Envy also picked up a kill. And once again, I mean, Team Secret are up a man, and yes, the plant is going to come in. The wingman, but now you've got the ult out here. And the flash over the top.
Oh, he spotted.
Yeah. Oh, Zaya's still going to get that kill, and the cleanup comes in from T1. It's just Jesse Bash and another accurate shot from Excurate. And there you go, T1. Not to go down without a fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Saya was spotted, maybe at least just as a question mark on the minimap over there by Envy, but what really made the difference was Rossi drawing so much aggro deep inside the site. They just couldn't take him out. Give us another opening. So we all knew he would be a great counter to the operator once these changes came through, and T1 utilizing that fact. Stewart with a nice cover as well. T1, they're not out of it just yet. I mean, if they lose this, their chance for playoffs becomes so slim and so dependent on everybody else. But if they win, they might just have a chance to still determine their own destiny once the remaining matches play out. So T1 fighting with everything they got.
Yeah. And for Team Secret, if they win, they're in.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, big deal for Secret as well.
Yeah.
That'd be a great way to try to relax and really settle into the new meta, the new patch.
Absolutely. Well, let's see how this A-hit is going to come down. Has been A-hits all the way down. It is Xbox nowadays. Jeremy holding a very thin angle. He's not quite as far pushed up as last time.
Everybody's been tagged, which is the timing for alert. 2G's ready for it.
Here.
Over by Boiler on the top of mid.
Here.
Throw up the Cloudburst if he does charge in. I mean, they've got a lot of pings trying to break through this double tap as in goes Stacks, and just the shorty kill on the Izu. And Team Secret, that is okay. The Swarm kills Jeremy as well. Also got a kill for your team. But yeah, Jeremy the only casualty at this point. Saya just desperate. Excurate still trying to get value out of this lurk.
Should have been spotted. Yeah, there's the ping on the minimap.
It's only 10 seconds.
10 seconds left.
The round definitely gone, and Secret very well aware of Excurate's position thanks to Jesse Vash. Wrapping back around.
That's it. Team Ace. 12 rounds to Team Secret. 1 away from making playoffs here at VCT Pacific.
Match point.
They have dominated on a couple of rounds or a couple of maps in a row, I should say. T1 putting up a nice fight, but now they got to win 4 in a row and then go into overtime. And with Team Secret looking this strong, it's not very likely for them.
Yeah, the util setups are
Team
so
Secret
good.
comeback nih.
And they're so quick with it too. The reads are just very, very solid. And a big part of it is that T1 just hasn't really put pressure across the entire map. Once he gets spotted, they're spotted. It's pretty straightforward. And Secret is really digging deep into that weakness that T1 has made apparent. And now the pit makes it even easier for Secret to get the read.
Yeah. Well, it's not going B. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Rossi here gonna try to create some space, perhaps. Jeremy's still holding this angle with his own operator. And just gonna create some space. Zoom on the site, but Wild Oreo to take him down. Saya does get one of his own. Wins that sniper duel. Gives them a chance to push on to A here.
Still 2 members. T1 knows this.
Comeback nih.
Alright, trying to peek around the corner, but Wild Oreo is able to deal with it, but not Envy. And now this plant is coming down. 2G all by his lonesome. And the timing of the lurk was pretty good. Oh, he's got to deal with too much. And Excurate will take down 2GE. Keeps T1 in with a fighting chance.
Yeah, a lot of the things that were holding T1 back this time, they go the right way. And one neat thing I want to point out is they actually used, wow, well, first of all, that's a nice shot, but they actually used the sound on the double tap shield activate from ISO to distract Jeremy. So because he's been so used to the ISO swinging out, they make the noise, and then the dizzy goes high, and Saya actually swung off of that. Jeremy lives, you know, for an extra couple seconds, but it does ruin his crosshair entirely.
Yeah.
And so T1's starting to find some new tech to try to counter out these holds.
Now, if there's ever a time, it's right now. Up against match point.
It's you and me.
Ooh, Jeremy gets caught.
Ooh. Shield's online for Izzu. Izzu needs to win that. All right, they're going to still hunt him down, though. They know exactly where he got taken away from.
T1. Okay. Excarid, he's not going out like this, he says. A couple of headshots to GE. Nice shot from him. Takes out Saya. Wasn't quite looking the right way, but here comes the pit now. Excarid, though, a little bit low. As in goes to GE, not wasting any time. Looking for Rossi, but he jumps and Rossi takes him down. And Jesse Vash is going to be spotted. Stax takes him down. And that's 2 rounds linked together now for T1.
So I'm sure everybody chuckling away at the fact that Izzu has 2 ultimates now. But it goes to show the strength of this ultimate regardless, right? It takes away one member, the rest of your team can flood in, clean house whoever else is left, and then you can take out the guy. It's like a guaranteed trade. So it's still a great opening tool. Obviously, I'm not excusing the fact. Like, he had a shield, he should have won it. But it's still a very powerful tool that T1 is utilizing to its maximum value.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, sometimes you just don't hit your shots, and that's unfortunate, you know. Izzu's not going to have another ult to potentially not win for the rest of this map.
I do just want to put this out there.
Could get it in overtime, actually.
Yeah, you could. And I just want to put this out there that all these pros are playing against pros, right? It'd be kind of, as advantageous as it should be, it's going to happen that you're going to lose in your ultimates, but what I really hope is that any ISO players in VCT don't ever shy away from their duels, though. Like, even if you lose the ultimate, you still need to be the guy that's going out there with the double tap, drawing the aggro, because the moment you stop doing that, you're really losing value on that Asian pick. So,
yeah,
you know, win or lose the duel, you know, as long as your team is capitalizing off of it and you're still able to win the round, that's what matters when you're on stage. And Thrash now, this time online, then the null command able to be cycled through. I mean, T1, they're starting to get a sniff of the comeback possibility.
Yeah, just a slight one.
Yeah, just a slight one. Just a slight whiff in the air.
What's that I smell? I mean, you take a look at the guns. I mean, there's 2 sheriffs here. Oh, the timing, it's so good.
Team Secret
come back, and that's Saya player catching another on his way out. And here comes the Thrash, creating the space on A.
Why use a dive duelist when you can get a crazy animal spirit to do it for you?
Yeah. It's a lot more fun. Ooh, that's not quite going to connect. Now Dizzy over the top. Indy, though, is going to be taken down. Excarid and Stax get 1 apiece. And there you go. T1 3 in a row.
The crowd's feeling it too, the Korean fans.
Oh my.
Earlier we heard a nice cheer for the Secret players as well, but you gotta imagine the majority downstairs are the Korean fans who have just been holding their breath for a comeback. And they're so close to it. And what I love is that T1 has just basically said, you know what, like, give up. Secret is always trying to outnumber the ISO, so we will counter outnumber them. And Izzu, I'm sorry, but you're just bait. And we're gonna trade for you.
Yeah.
And it's working out. It's working out.
Absolutely. If it works, it works. It's about the team at this point. And, well...
Wow. Jesse gets out with the lockdown online now. That's a big one.
That is massive. And here in the last round, see if he can make it work. As once again, tanking on into the site is Izzu. They are going to get this plant very quickly. Take a look at Excarid right now.
Yeah, that's what I was keeping my eye on, because they're trying to get ahead of the lockdown. So if T1 can just hold on hold long enough, which they're doing.
It's happening. It's actually happening.
OT benar-benar terjadi nih. Saudara-saudara.
Team Secret with 3 guys. They gotta prevent him, but Excurate comes around the back and lurks his way in. And T1 have tied it up. We have overtime.
OT benar-benar terjadi. Menegangkan sekali.
The replays, just trying to make sure the team stays in the game. You know, wipe out the frustration. Know that there's always a chance. Focus on the matters at hand. And they finally bring it back to overtime. It's not over yet, but and now you imagine the tables flipped. Momentum, vibes, everything in favor of T1.
Absolutely. 4 rounds in a row.
Oh, and the media timeout. Wow. I mean, it looks like Coach Autumn has just been charging up everything because he ran out of timeouts, and he's just letting it all out, saying, all right, I get 1 shot. We're going to tell you everything I saw in that second half. And we'll see if Secret will ever have to pull out their one. They did eventually use their timeout in the second half once, but...
Yeah. And you know, T1, I mean, at 44% post-timeout win percentage, I feel like generally... That's pretty good. I mean, there's not a lot of teams that have over 50%.
I always say, like, the lower numbers, unless it's really low, it's hard to get a read into, right? Because sometimes you're calling on the ecos, et cetera, but any team that has a high number, right? Like DRX and P-Perks, I believe, both have well over 50%, and that's ridiculous. So anything hovering around a 50%, I would say, is still pretty decent if you want to try to read into this without the extra disclaimers. So we'll see Autumn, can he work his magic here? See how they're able to bring things back.
Well, this is not a spot I expected to be in tonight.
No.
Map 3, T1 versus Team Secret overtime. Here on Icebox, Team Secret dominated from their attacker side, but then T1 able to match the exact amount of rounds. It just took them a little bit longer to get that engine rolling.
Man, Jesse Vash with the operator on the attacking side.
Pretty cheeky. And he's going to have to go up against Saya, kind of the obvious choice. Who
Come on.
Oftentimes does this.
Shut.
And Izu far forward in garage. That's basically the extra counter now to that lure. Saya lets one pass. I don't think he's been spotted yet.
And there it is. That's a big kill, but Saya is going to be traded down. Jeremy also getting another kill, but now Izu poking out. He's going to go down. Jeremy with 3. And it's up to Stacks, the new member, trying to make this work. And now Jeremy's got Blade Storm as well.
Oh boy. Really trying to pressure Stacks to make a mistake, but this is a position where Stacks has always shined.
No, just hold it. He's gonna get half, and it's Jesse. Yeah, to snipe him down. Ooh. I think if he immediately pulled off after the half,
it could have been, yeah. I think he was trying to run through the options, right? Of, okay, where is the peak coming from? But at the end of the day, I mean, Jeremy getting
match point.
The kill onto Rossi was big. Kasaya's basically relying on his teammates to kind of hold on to the site so he can rendezvous back out on top of screens. Jeremy creating space when Team Secret needed it most.
Right there. Let's do
Team Secret take the lead. And they could end it right now. Once again, they've been on match point a lot.
Yes.
For many rounds. And here they are again. Will T1 just continue to drag this one out and create more rounds for us to watch in this very entertaining third map? Excurate, once again, he's going to be out here in mid. He's going to be looking to find someone.
Okay.
He gets taken out, but they've already snuck in off of the double tap. Oh no, the blind!
Oh, everybody's blind, but it's Oreo and Saya player for the pick off. As now the Mosh going to come down. 2GE does get the advantage for the team, but Rossi, he's not going to go down like this. Saya gets one as well. As Rossi does eventually go down. Now it's a 2v2.
With the spike down, they have to recover it. Team Secret trying to reposition.
Sengit banget ini, Cok.
Saya. Yeah, Saya's isolated. As the plan had to come down, it's all up to Excurate. And down he will go. Team Secret will take 2 in a row. And they had so many match points, but they finally get the job done against T1.
GG Team Secret.
From Team Secret, because while, yes, there were some weaknesses shown from T1, I think, they continue to show the strengths that they have with this new starting 5, just like they did against Gen G, and Secret came prepared against some of the new looks. They brushed up on some of the individual weaknesses when they faltered. They kept their peaks high, and the reads were good. They absolutely dug deep into the cracks of T1.
Yeah, they absolutely did. Big props to Team Secret. You saw Sion very disappointed. He knows that if he just hits that shot, the first one,
that's a rough one.
I mean, then you're 2v1, you probably win that round and we get more, but it's not the way it was meant to be. He had a great day overall, so I don't think he should feel too bad. But today, the day goes over to Team Secret, and they make it into playoffs with this victory. T1 make them work for it, but Team Secret, huge.
Yeah, a very, very big win with this roster change, and 2GE right there.
Very good.
I have to imagine he's so proud of it. He waited a full year and a half to get onto a starting 5, waiting in the back lines of RRQ. Had a bit of a slower start. Wild Oreo took the spotlight here in stage 2, but now he's at the top today.
Absolutely. Well, what a match it was. Team Secret versus T1. Let's throw it over to the analyst desk to break this one down.
What a game, what a series. Laban Pinas, Team Secret cinched their playoffs placement.
I honestly was afraid because again, it was a prediction and whatnot. I honestly felt like, again, T1 could have won this, but Secret, what a performance coming out from all of them. It felt like this entire last map on Icebox, it was a whole team effort. No, sure, some would have those highlight moments, but it definitely was a team versus team effort just to take or retake this site, and that's kind of indicative of just how close this Icebox map truly was.
I mean, it really just is so close. And at the same time, I mean, you can feel both teams really fighting tooth and nail just to make it even to overtime. The way that T1 adapted really in this second half just shows so much that in their strengths and how they're playing around this roster, how they're adapting to their opponents as well. But, oh my god!
Oh my god!
Like, what the heck? It's Asteroid Al-Gaib all over again.
Yeah, honestly, I was very afraid for this one because, again, we're talking about the win of Team Secret here, but I first want to just talk about how T1 was so close into this. Saya player was hitting some optimal shots. Execute was trading so efficiently. And I say it, the battering ram of T1, Izzu, sure, he was getting bullied at the start of the first half, but come second half, he was just pressing it. And the casters were talking about it, that he was going to be the trade horse for T1 here, but he was also doing some pretty sick highlights when you give him the chance to do so. Once you get the access to the backside on A, you'd see him just hit the nasty little headshots, and that just solidifies the round for T1. Now, just looking quickly into Team Secret, again, it just felt like they had so much more control at the back of the site. Sure, there were some rough edges, but once they realized and could isolate these fights against T1, they were able to do that, realize how to do that multiple times over these multiple rounds.
Yeah, I think that's what impresses me the most. It's Team Secret really figuring out a way to adapt around this ISO. Clearly, it's a really strong agent, and like you mentioned, battering ram, trade horse, the ultimate kill contract. It's so good. You remove one player completely off the board.
Kita sekalian interviewnya ya guys ya.
But the setups that Jesse Vash had sometimes just to counter the wingman going in for the plant, and at the same time, the way that they're trying to figure out different ways to retake the site, whether or not it's, watching out for Saya players, operators sometimes, or just positioning themselves and getting that timing off of Envy's flashes, having the sense to go in for these little waterfall drops off of rafters. It's so strong, it's so good, and ultimately that's kind of the firepower and mechanism that gives them the win over T1, even though there are so many efforts from T1. Again, the adaptations, Autumn calling the timeout as soon as it goes into overtime, but alas, it's still not enough. Team Secret, I mean, the sun shines brightly today.
Yes, Asterai, tell us how you're feeling now that the third team to secure their playoffs placement is Team Secret, joining the likes of DRX and PaperX.
I'm glad. Come on! I'm glad. Come on, dude! Give us a bit of tackling!
This guy's losing his mind just now.
For the Filipino viewers out there, masaya tayo na nanalo ang Team Secret, guys. So, Laban Pinas, Laban Team Secret. It's very good. Again,
Sim pare!
Pare. Exactly. Again, we'll just see it when you post it
Oh,
on social media.
simpare.
I hope I agree to something kosher.
I really am very happy about the win here for Team Secret, not only just because, again, this was a team that I voted, but more so again, the consistency issue that we were talking about from them that was plaguing them, I think, during kickoff, stage 1. It has happened for Secret in like I think a span of like 2 years since they joined Pacific League, and now it's looking a lot more solid. Sure, they beat teams like GE and Bleed, but now beating another very threatening team like T1.
A team that made it to Masters.
Exactly. It just solidifies what Team Secret is able to offer as a team right now for Pacific, and that's great for fans and for the game and for the league itself.
Yeah, I really do feel that that's very, very true. I mean, Team Secret has been stuck around like the middle for a long time, but with this new roster, these new additions, 2GE especially for today, I think
absolutely
like just shows so much the fact that they're finally like almost. It feels like it's like finally, it's been a long time coming that they finally found this roster that shows how much they really have to offer still with like Jesse Vash, the Calling, and Envy and Jeremy as well, who are stepping up alongside all of this, and now finally like cementing themselves in the playoff standings. Meanwhile, for T1 at the same time showing a lot that they have to offer as well, just maybe needing a little bit more time to get used to this, because Excurate, he's been struggling a little bit on the controller role, but right now on this icebox with the Calling, with the frags, he's back up on top. It's just missing those like a couple more rounds.
Yeah, it's like kind of those final pieces for T1. Is the game over for T1?
It feels like it, but no. I feel like they still have a couple more chances, right? Like, yeah. In terms of standings, it's 2 wins and I believe 6 losses. So number's not great, but again,
it's not game over yet.
It's not game over yet. Their round differential is always kind of like so close to breaking even or being actually positive. Just that they don't have the match wins. They still have a lot of opponents and matches to go. They could win, but the conditions kind of differ right now.
Yeah, it's a lot more on the complication. So basically, they needed to win this series to solidify their chances a lot more for playoffs. If Secret lost, then they still had like a couple more games where they could, they still had better chances to qualify. But this one definitely allows them to qualify with this win, at least for Secret.
Yeah. T1 right now, I think they need to win, but they also might need some other team to start losing a little bit.
Yeah,
so that's
right.
why the fans are like really praying for this.
Their fates are now in the hands of the rest of the teams, tying out and a lot of other factors, and that's why we have 2 more weeks before we hit playoffs. I also want to talk about this other group that's happening. We want to recognize the premier teams.
Menurut gua, Team Secret bisa dibilang
So, Premier, as you guys know, is a route that even you can go into and find your path into pro play. Have you guys experienced
dan mereka mampu mereka mampu nembak yang aimnya bagus gitu.
We had VCT specific. And then we changed it up.
I wasn't there. I was a new addition to the roster when they changed it to Banana.
Gua akuin itu,
But yeah,
guys.
it's fun. It's definitely fun, and
That's
if you
what
have the right,
really fun.
the great amount of skills, the right teammates, you can definitely reach that next
It's like a different experience from ranked because you're playing like full-on 5-stack against another full-on 5-stack. So you're always like thinking, you're not just playing like individually.
Yeah, it's a completely different experience than ranked at all. I mean, and the fact that you can qualify to go to challengers, play professionally through it. I mean that alone is a different experience. So you too can compete. The next one starts on June 27th. That's episode 9, Act 1. So grab your friends, sign up. Here's are some of our winners who qualified through Premier. I actually see a couple teams of like Kazuna Esports. Very interesting to see them.
Shoutouts to
this.
Yeah, shoutouts to like Reverie, Cairo, Shinsei, and the likes of them. Kazuna Esports back into it.
Yeah, from the Philippines as well. Subversive, Tyrant Esports, Rankle Cuties, Avernus. This is just me because I remember some of the team names, and then I know some of the players that have gone there. So they've been in the scene, and I can assume this is like very common ground for all of the people that, or the other teams that are playing. They've been in the scene for the longest time, and this is like again just great to give them recognition.
Yeah, Indonesia, Oceania as well. I mean, remember that like music video from last year, the One More music video?
Yeah.
That's where the dream starts. It all starts.
I also really like that we saw teams from Vietnam, Hong Kong, Taiwan region as well. These are regions we obviously don't have here in Pacific yet, and this is the pathway towards it. So yeah, again, June 27th is when the
ini tanggalnya
next,
guys. Premier Team Promotion
stage starts
episode
on
ke-9
Act 1.
27 Juni.
You guys want to?
It's got like little golf clubs.
This is the Dumbledore.
Catat ya guys ya.
No?
Right.
Yeah, because I'm holding the mic. How do you want me to...
We are going to talk to 2GE very shortly. Any thoughts you want to share about 2GE, our MVP for today?
So real quick, we were talking about hyping a lot about Wild Oreo. He, I think, like reached his, his culmination to Secret a lot faster. But 2GE now in this series has definitely come into his own for Secret, and he's got a lot of, I think, things to offer that Wild Oreo doesn't. So that's great because again, that's a lot of options that Team Secret now has in their arsenal.
Oke guys, sekian dulu like kan mau interview ya.
Playoffs. So I want to know, like, what would you rate your team's performance for today?
For first match, maybe like a 5, but for the whole series, I think we played like our best, like a 10.
5, 10, 10 playoffs. That was nice, right? And you really read T1 well on Split and Icebox. So I want to know like how you guys decided to prep for your T1 match, because it worked out really well,
Yeah, we watched all their VODs for today's game. And like we prepare and how we're gonna play the game for today's match and adapt to how they play.
So your predictions all paid off.
Yeah.
Perfectly. Right? And then, there was an ISO on T1, and, teams that have faced ISO with the buff, they say, they feel defenseless. So I want to know, like, how it was like for you.
Everybody on my team played ISO, everybody on rank, and like we know how to counter. We share our thoughts on how to play against if they ult against us, and yeah, we did win.
Even with the buff, it was just like predictable. Yeah. All right, and since joining Secret, your form has been, through the roof. I want to know, what are you focusing on to bringing to the table for your team?
I'm trying to be more like myself, improve, and outside the game, inside the game, so I can contribute to the team and give more, like, yeah.
So you're focusing on communication in and out, building together with the team.
Synergy, yeah.
Yeah, synergy. Oh, it really showed today, And your next match actually is against Shanghai Masters champion Genji. How confident are you?
We are confident against them since like we don't have pressure, but not too confident.
Enough pressure, but not really a lot of pressure. Confident, but not too confident. That's always good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited to see that.
Oke guys, sampai sini live streaming kita hari ini, dan alhamdulillah live VCT Pacific telah beres. Kita ketemu lagi di live reaction Euro pertandingan antara Kroasia menghadapi Italia. Jam 2 ya guys ya. Bye bye. I love you. I'll see you in the next live stream in 2 AM.